Hello from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. This compilation features baseball old-time radio podcasts that were originally released back in 2020 when American professional baseball was on hiatus due to the pandemic. With that in mind, please enjoy this compilation.
Get ready for unique, rare, and little-known treasures from the golden age of radio. You're listening to The Amazing World of Radio with Adam Graham.
Welcome to The Amazing World of Radio from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Well, today we begin a special 6-week series featuring baseball-related programs to help those of us who are going through withdrawal from the lack of baseball with a little bit of a dose of old-time radio baseball. And we're going to start out with an episode of the Lux Radio Theater. This program originally aired April the 19th, 1937, and the title is Alibi Ike.
Hollywood, California, Monday, April 19th. The Lux Radio Theater presents Joey Brown, Helen Chandler, Roscoe Carnes, and William Frawley in Alibi Ike. Presents Hollywood. Our stars, Joey Brown, Helen Chandler, Roscoe Carnes, and William Frawley. Our guests, Mr. and Mrs. Babe Ruth, and Russell Patterson, one of America's most famous artists. Our producer, Hollywood's foremost citizen, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille. Our conductor, Louis Silvers. This hour of Hollywood stars and personalities comes to you direct from the Lux Radio Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, with good wishes from the makers of Lux Flakes. To everyone, a hearty welcome. Before we start Alibi Ike, I have a tip for the ladies. You don't have to find alibis for Lux Flakes. From time to time, it seems to me I've heard women say, "This dress has never looked the same since I washed it." But I never heard them say that about Lux Flakes. As a matter of fact, I have a letter here about a dress that took first prize in a contest after it had been luxed 9 times. This friend in Massachusetts writes, "I made my 8-year-old daughter a dress of very sheer voile. After the dress had been worn and washed for the 9th time in Lux, I noticed a contest for sewing. Appearance of material was a big factor. My daughter's dress looked so good to me that I entered it in the contest. It won first prize. That was 2 years ago. The dress is still in use and looks splendid, thanks to Lux. When you have a Lux dress winning over brand new ones, that's something. It just goes to prove, as the makers of Lux Flakes have always said, that any material that is safe in water alone is safe in Lux. And now our producer, ladies and gentlemen, director of more than 60 pictures, discoverer of many stars, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow afternoon, when thousands of baseball fans storm grandstands throughout the country, cheering the opening of the 1937 season, they'll be honoring, quite unconsciously, a boy from Cooperstown, New York. 98 years ago, the boy borrowed a few ideas from a game known as rounders, some from another pastime labeled one old cat, and adding a few of his own, gave the nation its most beloved sport, baseball. The boy was Abner Doubleday. Abner had his day, and it was a doubleheader. He not only threw out the first ball in the first baseball game, he aimed the first shot fired from Fort Sumter in the war between the states, in which he became a general. It's to Abner the schoolboy and the game he created that the Lux Radio Theater tonight pays tribute in presenting Joey Brown, Helen Chandler, Roscoe Carnes, and William Frawley in Alibi Ike. Our play is based on the Warner Brothers picture, which was based on the story by Ring Lardner, making a 2-base hit. Put Lardner's dialogue in the mouth of Joe E. Brown, and there it enjoys a range and scope I am sure no other actor could provide. Joe warmed a bench with the New York Yankees for about 4 years and comes to us tonight as Frank Alibi Ike Farrell. In the part of Dolly, making her 5th appearance before our microphone, is one of the most accomplished and lovely young ladies of the theater and screen, Miss Helen Chandler, applauded recently on Broadway in Pride and Prejudice and Lady Precious Stream. She played in London in Boy Meets Girl and is now starring in the same comedy on Hollywood's legitimate stage. With Joe from the original picture cast, we welcome Roscoe Carnes, to whom I gave his first important part, as Carey, and William Frawley as Cap Finley. And now, let's dust off the Lux Radio Theater's home plate. The players are walking onto the field. The batteries, Joe E. Brown, Helen Chandler, Roscoe Carnes, and William Frawley in Alibi Ike. Batter up, play ball. We go back a few weeks before the opening of the baseball season. Throughout the country is heard the old familiar thud of the ball in the glove, the sharp crack of the bat as a stinging grounder zips over the infield. In Winter Haven, Florida, the Chicago Cubs are preparing for the National League pennant race. Near the players' dugout, Cap Finley, the manager, is talking to the owner, who is optimistic about the team's prospects.
All right, sting it right in there, Shorty.
I see it, Mike.
That's all right. Here you are.
If I can make a prophecy the first day of the season, Cap, I have a good hunch we're going to finish a lot stronger this year than last.
Yeah, well, we couldn't finish much worse than 8th. You know?
I have every confidence in you personally, Cap, and I've convinced the other stockholders to let you work it out your own way.
Thanks, Tom. I wish you'd convince them not to sell Pennock.
Well, you're sure to find a pretty likely pitcher among the 10 new rookies. Why, there's one boy alone, Farrell. Struck out 20 men in one game last year.
Sure. He was with the Holgate Terriers, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But did they claim Lou Gehrig was playing against him in Holgate last year? I'll bet I'll have to ring a cowbell to get him off the field.
Well, I'm pinning my hopes on this Farrell boy. If he's as good as they say he is...
Well, wait till he shows up, Tom. That'll be time enough for prophecies.
Telegram for you, Mr. Finley.
Oh, thanks. Let's see it, Mike. I never had a telegram yet that wasn't, well, for the...
What is it?
Get this. It's from your White Hope, Farrell. Listen. Reporting today. Sorry I was late, but my calendar was wrong.
What?
Oh, his calendar was wrong. Now, there's an alibi for you. Maybe you can pin your hopes to that.
Well, it doesn't sound very encouraging.
It sounds to me like we're taking on a screwball.
Well, try not to worry, Cap. It'll all turn out. I'll see you up at the hotel.
Okay, Tom. All right, you guys, get going in there. Come on, Terry. Come on, Mac. Come on, get hustling in there. This ain't no junior prom, you know. What the? Hey, get that car out of here, will you? Get off the field, you bonehead. Get that. Hey!
Hello, boys. Say, what are you trying to do? Let me at him.
Now, wait a minute, boys. Wait a minute, will you? I'll take care of this guy. Get back to work there, you fellas. Go on, now, all of you. Get back in there, I tell you.
No hard feelings, boys. After all, I didn't hit nobody.
Now, listen, you. Take that sardine can you're driving and get out of here before I kill you.
Hey, maybe you don't realize who I am.
Oh, yes, I do. You're Ty Cobb, but you got your face lifted to fool the pitchers. Now, listen to me. This is a ball club, and you're on the field. Beat it.
Wait a minute. Ain't no ball club without a pitcher, unless they've changed the rules this year.
Well, they've changed them, but not enough to let you into the park unless you're on a leash. Now, get out of here.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm on the team. My name is Farrell.
Farrell?
Sure. Frank X. Farrell.
Well, why didn't you come in through the gate and give your name at the office?
Well, I was afraid if I let on who I was, all the help would quit work and come out and watch me. That's what used to happen when I played with the Holgate Terriers.
Oh, I see. Is that why you put on a disguise?
Disguise? Hey, this ain't no disguise. This is my baseball suit.
You don't say.
Yep.
Well, you ought to put a sign on it so folks would know.
Hey, that's a good one, mister. Well, I'll be seeing you.
Where are you going?
I'm going out and slug a few.
Never mind that. Come over here and loosen up your arm.
Well, all right. You want me to loosen it? Gosh, it's as loose as goose grease right now.
Hey, Carrie.
Yeah?
Handle a few for this guy, will you?
Sure. Yeah, wait a minute. You better put a batter up there, too. Give me something to aim at.
All right, Farrell. Toss up a couple.
Sure. What'd you like to see first? My zipper or my clipper?
Well, now, I don't know. Just suppose you just try your fadeaway speedball with a slow-up twist and a drop hook on the end.
Sure. That's my special. Well, there she goes.
Hey, easy on the speed, wise guy.
What's the matter, catcher? Sting your hands?
Hey, Farrell, your calendar is still wrong. This ain't July.
I know it. It's hot in July.
Well, your arm ain't going to be hot in July if you don't take it easy.
I am taking it easy. I never open up the first few weeks.
Oh, look at that wind-up.
Boy, if you ain't open now. Say, how many games did you win last year?
Only 28. Had malaria most of the season.
Malaria, huh? Well, where can I send the rest of my pitchers to get it?
Huh?
Never mind. Okay, Kerry.
All right, Cap.
Come on over here, Farrell, and let's see you hit a few.
Well, wait, I ain't warm yet. I could do this all day.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to save the catcher.
Oh.
Grab a bat there. Hey, Tex.
Yeah?
Whip up a couple here, will you?
Sure.
Go ahead, Farrell.
Well, I never hit my best on Wednesdays.
Now, don't you worry about that. I'll cancel all our Wednesday games.
That's a good one, Cap.
Just show us how you hit on the 4th of July when it comes in leap year.
Sure. Okay, pitcher. Come on. Throw her in there and put something on that potato. Come in. Holy.
Boy, what a club. Over the fence, boss.
Well, I told you I wasn't so good on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it only cleared the fence by about 8 feet, that's all.
Well, I twisted my ankle when I swung. Say, when I'm in form, I can clear that fence by 30 feet every time. And if I don't clear it...
And if you don't clear it, then what?
I'll knock a hole in it.
One moment, please. Hello, Winter Haven Hotel. I'll see if he's in. Hello.
Paging, Mr. Sullivan. Paging, Mr. Blake.
I tell you, Cap, this guy Farrell is the best rookie pitcher I ever saw. Why, he's terrific.
That was only an exhibition game this afternoon, Tom.
But he was good. Why, he struck out 12 men.
Yeah. He looks good pitching strikes. But the first wild pitch he ever throws will cost us a game.
Huh? What do you mean?
The game will be called for darkness while he's still apologizing.
Hello, Cap.
Oh, are you ready to go, Cap?
Yeah, sure. Tom, you know my wife.
Of course. How are you,
Hello.
Mrs. Finley?
Fine, thanks.
And this is my sister-in-law, Dolly Stevens, Mr. Johnson.
How do you do?
How do you do? Well, if you folks will excuse me,
Sure. We were just going to the movies.
have a good time. See you in the morning, Cap.
Okay.
Something on his mind, Cap?
No. We were just talking about Farrell. Did you see the game this afternoon?
Oh, I did. And I can tell you right now the women are going to love him. He's awfully cute.
Who?
Why, Farrell, the rookie pitcher.
Cute. Come on, let's go.
Wait a minute. We've got to get someone for Dolly.
Oh, okay. Who do you like, Dolly?
Cap, you're as blind as an umpire. Can't you see she's crazy to meet Farrell?
Crazy to meet... Well, she'd have to be.
Now, but Bess, I didn't
Go
say that.
on, Cap. Round him up.
All right. The last I saw of him, he was heading for the billiard room with Mac and Carrie. I'll see if I can find him.
Well, that's a nice shot, Kerry.
Yeah, now let me see now. The 11 ball in the side pocket. Say, Farrell, is it absolutely necessary for you to crack peanuts while I'm making a shot?
Well, it's necessary for me to crack 'em if I want to eat 'em.
But not while I'm making a shot.
Well, all right. Go ahead, Mr. Carey. You don't bother me none.
You missed, Kerry.
Yeah.
Well, who wouldn't miss a guy cracking peanuts? All right, your shot, Farrell.
Well, let's see. What's the layout? Gosh, looks pretty impossible, don't it?
Now, wait a minute. Call your shot.
Gosh, I can't see so very good without my spectacles.
Well, why don't you wear them then?
Gosh, I never thought of that. There, that's a lot better. Let's see now. The 4 ball in the side pocket, the 8 in the corner, the 6 down in the end, and any others that happen to fall.
What? You'll never make it.
Well, a man can only try.
Holy smoke.
5 balls in one shot.
Is that all? This stick must be crooked.
Say, I'd use a hockey stick if I could make shots like that.
Well, I quit. I'm not playing with no champion.
Now, wait a minute, Kerry. Wait a minute. Hey, let me see those spectacles of yours, Farrell.
Sure. There you are.
I thought so.
There ain't even any glass in them. I know it. I had to take the glass out on account of hurt my eyes. Guess I'll put this cue back in the rack.
He'd like to go to bed, but he can't think up an excuse.
Well, guess I'll say goodnight, boys. I ain't sleepy, but got some gravel in my shoes, and it's just killing my feet.
I should think they'd take them gravel pits out of the billiard room.
Hey, that's a good one, Mr. Carey.
Hey, Farrell.
Yeah, Cap?
Come here, will you?
Sure. Good night, fellas.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Oh, boy. That guy is the original Alibi Ike.
Yeah, he's got an alibi no matter what he does, good or bad.
Yeah, but at that, he ought to make us a good man, Carey.
Yeah, unless that gravel in his shoes brings back his malaria and throws his eyes out of focus so he can't read the calendar and find the home plate.
So we thought you'd like to come along with us, Farrell. It's a swell picture.
Well, I'd like to, Cap, only...
You ain't turning in yet.
Who, me? No. But I ought to stay around the hotel in case there's a telegram.
Why, you expecting one?
No, not exactly. But there's lots of times that comes when you ain't expecting them.
Oh, here's the girls now.
Oh, you all set, Cap? Oh, evening, Mr. Farrell.
Good evening, Mrs. Findlay.
Come here, Dolly. I guess you recognize Farrell from seeing him play. This is my sister-in-law, Farrell, Dolly Stevens.
Huh?
How do you do, Mr. Farrell?
Well, gosh, I mean, how do you do?
I hope you've been telling Cap you can go to the show with us tonight.
Well, sure
No,
I
he
can.
can't come, Dolly. He's got to stick around for a telegram.
Oh, yeah. But I guess it's no use anyway. You see, the office where that telegram might come from ain't open after 6 o'clock.
Oh, I see. Come on, folks. The car's outside.
Well, let's hop in and get going.
I like riding in a rumble seat. Don't you, Mr. Farrell? Some people don't, but I do.
Well, keeps you out in the fresh air. Ball players need a lot of fresh air, you know.
Yeah. I saw you play this afternoon. You struck out 12 men. Oh, it was wonderful.
I had an off day on account of my lumbago. Say, if I'd known you was watching, I'd have struck 'em all out.
Would you really?
Sure. I was just taking it easy because it was an exhibition game.
Oh, now you're just being modest.
No, I ain't modest. Only I don't never brag. Because if a guy has really got the stuff, he don't have to brag.
Uh-huh. I guess that's right.
Say, are you going to be around much? I mean, well, are you going to be around much?
Well, I'm staying for another week or so.
Oh, gosh, that's swell. Then maybe I can be seeing you around, around the hotel. That is, if you're going to be around much.
Well, yes, of course.
Well, maybe we can sort of get together, go to a show or out for a walk.
Oh, I just love to walk, Mr. Farrell, don't you?
Well, they say it's awful good exercise.
Paging Mr. Short. Paging Mr. Devers. Paging Mr. Short.
Your deal, Mac.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Carey. Carey, look who's coming across the lobby. Alibi Ike himself.
I'll bet he's got another date with the Cap's sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Hiya there, Ike.
Oh, hello, fellas.
Where you going, Ike?
Oh, no place special. Just out.
Well, it's raining cats and dogs, Ike. You'll get soaked.
Oh, I don't mind that. Nothing like walking in the rain to keep your arm in shape.
Well, how about Mac and I coming with you?
Yeah. No, you better not. You fellas might get a cold.
Oh, Francis, I'm ready to go if you are, Francis.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, so long, boys. This way, Miss Stevens.
All right, Francis.
Did you get that? Francis. He's alibied himself out of his name.
If you're getting wet, we can go back to the hotel, Francis.
Gosh, no. I like sitting in the rain. With you.
The park is kind of deserted.
Sure. That's why I like it.
Yeah, I like it, too.
Do you? No kidding?
Yes, Francis.
Oh, gee, I wish...
What?
I wish you wasn't going north tomorrow.
Oh. Yeah, but the team's leaving in a few days, too. You know you're crazy for the season to begin. Oh, I do hope the team does well, Francis. Cap's whole future depends on this season.
Oh, Cap ought to stop worrying. I feel fine.
I just can't wait to read about your winning that opening game.
Yeah, but you won't be there to see it.
No. Oh, I hate going home and leaving... leaving the club. You'll write to me, won't you?
Right? Well, sure. But gee, Dolly, I wish I could tell you.
What, Francis?
Well, how much
How much you what?
Well, how much I...
Well, Francis, you're getting a cold.
No, I ain't...
Oh, come on, Francis. We've got to get back to the hotel.
Well, I guess maybe we got to go back. I'd hate to ruin the team's chances by getting sick. Well, Dolly, your train ought to be here pretty soon now.
Yes, pretty soon.
Of course, sometimes they're late, you know.
Yeah, they don't always run on time, do they?
No, you see, sometimes they get behind in their schedules.
Oh, I see. And that's what makes them late.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Gosh, Dolly, I wish this train wouldn't never come.
Oh, do you really, Francis?
Yeah. Oh, gee, Dolly. Oh, gosh, there it comes, and it's right on time.
Oh, then I guess it isn't late.
No, right on time, just like I said.
Well?
Well?
Francis, I think there's something in my eye. Would you look?
Sure. Wait till I get my handkerchief. Which eye is it?
Oh, you'll have to come closer, Francis, much closer. Francis. Well, Francis?
I don't see nothing.
Oh, well, never mind. I guess it's all right now.
Say, I wish you'd keep my handkerchief, though. You might get something in the other eye.
Yeah, but you might need it.
No, not me. Say, when I see something coming, I always duck.
Oh.
And anyway, I'd kind of like to have you keep it, in case you need it.
I'd love to keep it, Francis.
Oh, gee, that's great. Well,
I guess there's nothing more to say.
No, I guess that's about... No, it ain't either.
Oh, Francis.
Dolly, I gotta tell you something. I hope you don't get mad or nothing, but...
Yeah, go on, Francis, quickly.
Dolly, listen. Listen, Dolly, because it's awful important.
Oh, Francis, hurry.
Dolly, I...
Francis, I've got to go.
No, I... Dolly.
Oh, goodbye, Francis.
No, Wait.
Goodbye.
Wait, Dolly, wait, Dolly, listen, shucks.
We will continue with Alibi Ike in just a moment. But first, I want to take you to a kitchen shower the girls are giving for Betty Ann, who is to be married on June 5th.
You girls are perfect darlings to give me all these grand shiny pans and things.
Oh, look. There's still a package you haven't opened.
So there is. Why, it's a big box of Lux Flakes. And here's a card. It says, the most valuable thing I could give you. Ask me why. Signed, Helen. All right, Helen, tell us.
When the girls told me about your shower, Betty, I said to myself, there's one thing this old married woman has found out, and I think it's something a bride should know.
I'm all ears. Out with it.
Well, you may not think it's not important now, but honestly, it makes a big difference how you wash your dishes.
Oh.
No, really, I mean it. There's just no romance in dishpan hands. Men may respect them, but they don't admire them. So, my advice to you is to steer clear of kitchen soaps for dishes. I found them very drying. Sooner or later, they give you dishpan hands. But you can bet your life, Lux never will.
Thanks a lot, darling. I'll stick to Lux.
Remember, Lux has no harmful alkali, nothing to dry and roughen the skin, and it costs next to nothing, hardly 1 cent a day for all your dishes. And now, Mr. DeMille.
On with the story of Alibi Ike,
starring Joe E. Brown, Helen Chandler, Roscoe Carnes, and William Frawley. It's 2 weeks later, the night before the big opening game. In his hotel room in Boston, Alibi Ike Farrell is sprawled face down across the bed, reading a letter. The letter is from Dolly Stevens, and Ike's expression is the essence of bliss as he reads softly.
Dear Francis, I'm so thrilled I can hardly write. Bess tells me that Cap may let you pitch the opening game. How I wish I could be there to see you win. Gosh.
Hiya, Ike.
Hiya, boy. Oh, hello, fellas. Hiya, Carrie. Hiya, Mac.
Say, what are you reading there, Ike?
This? Oh, it's just a kind of a letter.
A bill?
No, it's not exactly a bill. It's a letter from a fellow I used to go to school with.
Thought you told us you never went to school.
Yeah, but this wasn't no school. It was a college.
Well, how could you have gone to college if you didn't go to school?
I didn't. It was the other fellow that went to college. I would have went, but there wasn't no college where I lived.
No? Thought you said you lived in Kansas City.
Well, I did, but we moved.
Uh-huh. Where'd you move to?
Nebraska.
Well, they got colleges there, ain't they?
Yeah, well, we didn't live right in Nebraska. Near there.
Oh. Say, you get one of them letters every day. What does your friend write you so much about?
Oh, he's telling me about a ball player, a friend of ours. Tells me what he does every day.
Yeah? That looks like a girl's writing to me.
Well, a girl did write it. You see, that's my friend's sister writing for him.
Well, didn't they teach writing at this college where he went?
Sure, but he got his hand cut off in a railroad wreck.
Well, I should think he'd have learned to write with his left hand by this time.
Well, it's his left hand that's cut off. And he was left-handed. Good night, boys.
Yeah, good night.
Paper, Cubs win opener. Farrell pitches no-hit game. Here, read all about it.
Hey, y'all, paper. Farrell wins 14 straight games, paper.
Here, what do you read, paper? Farrell wins again. Cubs in second place. Farrell wins again.
And so you see, Dolly, the Cubs and me has practically cinched the pennant. Almost. Period. Next 2 weeks we'll tell story, and as I will pitch 2 times in next 2 weeks, all is over but shouting. Semicola. Yeah, who is it? Come in.
Good evening, Mr. Farrell.
Hiya.
My name's Crawford. You don't know me, Mr. Farrell, but I'd go through fire and water to shake hands with you.
Oh, you don't have to go to all that trouble. I'm glad to shake hands with you.
Well, thanks. You're the best pitcher I ever saw.
Well, maybe I ain't the best, but I won an awful lot of games this year.
You sure have, boy. You're on your way to big money.
Yeah, but...
And you'll get it. You're a smart boy.
Well, it ain't only that I'm smart. Just that I got the stuff that fools these other fellas.
You sure do.
Yep.
I guess there isn't anybody a guy like you couldn't fool. Mr. Farrell, I'd like to ask a real favor of you. I'm president of the Young Men's High Ideals Club. I guess you've heard about it, haven't you?
No. Not exactly.
There's 1 or 2 of our boys, we caught them drinking and things like that.
Drinking? Say they oughtn't to do that if they want to make good.
Well, now, that's just what I was telling them. And what they need is an example, Mr. Farrell. I want you to come over and meet them tonight and tell them some of the secrets of your success.
Well, mister, it's getting kind of late.
Yes, I know, but we're having a special night. In your honor, we're going to let the boys stay up until 10:30 if you'll just come and talk to them.
Well, okay, mister. I don't like to stay up late myself, but if it's to do good, I'm with you.
Oh,
Come on,
I knew
go.
I could count on you, Mr. Farrell. I've got my car right downstairs.
Get my hat here.
This is it, Mr. Farrell. Right up these steps.
You mean this is a house where they're holding a convention?
That's right.
Gosh, it's kind of dark, ain't it?
Right in here, Mr. Farrell. I tell you, boys, about smoking and drinking in my absence? Now put those bottles away and douse those cigarettes. And don't let this happen again.
Okay, Chief. Come on out with the butts, you mug. Come on out with them.
All right,
It's all right. Bust somebody in the snoot.
Hey, wait a minute, boys. Your president is right. Where would I have been today if I'd have smoked?
I give up. Where?
Quiet, Muggsy. Boys, I had a little talk with Mr. Farrell on the way over, and he says his next 2 games are in the bag right now.
That's right, fellas. I can't lose.
Oh, no?
I neglected to tell Mr. Farrell that continuous winning is against the principles of the Young Men's High Ideals Club.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean, against the principles?
Well, you see, Mr. Farrell, our motto is live and let live. Now, what we'd like you to do is ease up a little in your next 2 games. Let the other team get a few hits once in a while. Maybe even let them win, just for the sport of it. That's the idea, isn't it, boys?
Certainly, that's the way.
Wait a minute.
That's what...
Just a minute, boys. I know it couldn't be true, but this sounds like maybe you fellas was trying to bribe me or something.
Bribe you? Oh, no. Of course, we might make you a little present, say $10,000 or $12,000.
I see. Good night, boys.
Now, Mr. Farrell.
Now, wait a minute. Let me go. I'm wise to you fellas. You got me over here so as you could talk me into losing for you. You're nothing but a bunch of gamblers and cheats. Let me out of here.
Grab him, Lefty.
Come here, you.
Wait a minute. Out.
Now, Farrell, we don't want to be nasty about this, and you're interested in health, aren't you?
Well, sure I am.
Think a man ought to keep his strength up, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, let me show you one of my strength secrets.
Ow! Hey, let go! Let go my arm.
Now, just imagine me doing that to your pitching arm, only finishing by breaking it off. Understand?
Ow! Let me go. I understood all the time. I just wanted to be sure you fellas wasn't kidding me.
Good.
That's all.
Now, here it is. We want you to lose your next 2 games. There's $12,000 in it for you. How about it?
Not on your...
What?
Well, sure. I know just what you mean.
You better. And remember, Farrell, this is your last chance for an easy lesson. You lose the next 2 games you pitch or else. Understand? Or else.
Telegram to Mr. Frank Farrell, Hotel Continental, Boston, Massachusetts. Dear Francis, arriving tonight to watch you win your next 2 games. Thrilled at thought of seeing you again. Signed, Dolly.
Oh, Francis, it's beautiful out here tonight. I love rowing.
You do? Well, I'll let you handle the oars for a while if you want.
Oh, no, I mean, well, just being out here on the lake with you.
Yeah, sure is nice.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't go to the show with Cap and Bess.
So am I. We couldn't have seen the moon so good in there.
Is that the only reason you didn't want to go?
No. Gee, I wanted to be alone with you. I didn't want no other people around us.
Do you mean it, Francis?
Mean it? Gosh, I wish I could tell you how much I mean it. Dolly, I got something for you. Maybe that'll show you.
Oh, you got something for me?
Yep. Now, where is it? Let's see. Gosh, I had it right here in my vest pocket.
Oh, Francis, what is it?
Well, but first I want to ask you something.
Yes, Francis.
Dolly, do you like me well enough to be alone with me for a long time?
Forever, Francis.
You mean it?
Of course I do.
Sink or swim?
Yes, Francis, dear. Sink or swim.
Then look, Dolly.
Oh, Francis, don't stand up in the boat. Francis! Oh, Francis, where are you?
Help! Throw me a rope. I'm sinking.
Francis, try standing up.
Huh? Well, gosh, I can stand up. Gosh, it's only up to my knees.
Are you all right?
Sure, but I'm all wet. Look, Dolly, here's what I had to give you. It's an engagement ring.
Oh, an engagement ring? Yeah. Oh, an engagement ring, Francis!
Look out! Dolly, don't stand up in the...
It's tipping over!
It's tight. Gosh, now we're both all wet.
Hello, Hotel Continental. One moment, please. Hello, Hotel Continental.
So that's the sparkler. Well, it certainly is a peach, Dolly.
Oh, Bess, I'm so thrilled. Where is Francis? Do you know?
We're over in the card room with a couple of the boys. You going out tonight?
Well, we were going to the theater if the boys will let him get away. Yeah, I'd better go and call them all.
No, you ain't leaving yet, are you, Ike?
Sorry, fellas, but I just got to.
Well, where are you going?
Oh, just to the theater, I guess.
All by yourself?
No, friend of mine's going with me.
Well, what do you say if we go along?
Yeah. Well, I ain't only got 2 tickets.
We can get some more seats.
They're all sold out.
Well, the scalpers will have some.
Sure. Yeah, but you don't want them. Show's rotten.
Well, I'll buy your tickets from you if you don't want them.
Nope. I wouldn't cheat you.
Well, say, what are you going to do with your girl? Leave her here at the hotel?
Girl? What girl?
The girl you had supper with.
Oh, her. Oh, gosh. She just happened to sit down on my table, that's all.
Uh-huh. Is that why you gave her that ring, for sitting down?
I give her the ring?
Well, didn't you?
No, I didn't exactly give it to her. I lent it to her.
Oh, yeah? Well, I wouldn't lend no ring to no strange girl if I was you.
Oh, I guess she's all right. I'm kind of tired of the rock anyway. When a girl asks you for something, well, what are you going to do? Well, so long, boys.
Now, wait a minute, Ike. I got a bet with Mac, and it's up to you to settle it. I bet that you and Dolly were engaged to be married.
Huh? Oh, no. Not exactly engaged.
Now, look here, Ike. This costs me real dough if I lose. Now, cut out the alibis and give it to us straight. Cap's wife told us you was roped.
Well, I don't want it to cost you no money, Carrie. You win.
Well, you got a swell girl, Ike.
Yeah, she's a peach. You're a lucky guy, Ike.
Well, I guess she's okay. I don't know much about girls. Never seen none that I'd fall for.
That is till you seen this one.
Oh, well, she's okay. But I wasn't thinking about getting married yet a while.
Say, who done the asking? Her?
No, not exactly her, but sometimes a man don't know what he's getting into. You take a good-looking girl, and a man generally always does just about what she wants him to.
Say, the girl isn't living that could lasso me. That is, unless I wanted to be lassoed.
Oh, I don't know. When a fella gets to feeling sorry for one of them, it's all off. Well, so long, boys.
So long.
See you later, Ike.
So long.
What, Dolly? I didn't know you was waiting out here.
No? Well, it happens that I was. And it also happens that I heard every word you said in that room.
Dolly, oh gosh, listen.
I didn't understand you were just feeling sorry for me. But you're right about one thing. It's all off. Here's your ring, Mr. Farrell.
Oh, gee, Dolly, wait a minute, Dolly. I didn't mean it. Honest, I didn't. Dolly, you gotta listen to me. Let me explain.
I don't ever want to speak to you again. I'm sick of your alibis. And I've no intention of spending my life with a man who apologizes for me every other word. Goodbye.
Dolly, wait. You gotta... Wait a minute. You can't do this. You don't understand. It's all a mistake.
Going up.
Dolly. Gosh.
Identification. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
This is KNX, Los Angeles, the voice of Hollywood.
Alibi Ike will be back in the box pitching for the Lux Radio Theater again in just a moment. For that moment, we will talk with a real baseball player, considered by many the greatest of all time, Babe Ruth. You know him, of course, as the Home Run King, with 714 home runs in his crown. But when Babe started out with the Boston Red Sox in 1914, he was a pitcher. And to this day, he holds the record for pitching the greatest number of consecutive scoreless innings in a World Series. In 3 games, he pitched 29 innings without allowing 1 run. At this moment, Babe Ruth and his charming wife are listening in the trophy room of their home on Riverside Drive in New York City. They're going to speak to you from there. The Sultan of Swat and his lady. Mr. and Mrs. George Herman Babe Ruth.
Thank you, Mr. DeMille. I would like to tell you that Mr. Ruth and myself are certainly enjoying the game you're umpiring out there in Hollywood. Joey Brown is pitching them right across the platter every time, and it's a great show from the stands there.
At the end of the first inning, they made a point that certainly meant a lot to me. That was when they talked about Lux Flakes. I've used them for years to cut down on runs. Not the home runs that Babe Ruth hits either. I mean the stocking runs that hit me.
Ah, that's right, Claire. I saw a box of Lux on the kitchen shelf last night.
Were you in the kitchen dieting again?
No. I didn't even go near the icebox. I was looking for the sport page of the paper you threw out. You see, we're getting into baseball season very fast here. According to my scores today, my prediction of the last 3 or 4 days are showing that we're going to have a great season with plenty of thrills. Philadelphia Nationals beat the Boston Bees in the first game today. They played 11 innings and won by 2-1. And in the second game, they won by 1-0. The Athletics beat the Senators 4-3, imagine, in 11 innings.
Babe, if you're going to tell them who is going to win the pennant, I'm through.
Well, I might be through myself. Suppose you tell them.
Well, on his radio program the other night, I heard Babe Ruth say the Cardinals would win it in the National League and the Yanks in the American. But I noticed he made no predictions on his golf game.
Have you heard anyone predict a golf game right? I've been playing golf for several years. I think it's a great idea for a ball player to have 2 sports. But even if he has 2, don't try to combine them. But when you're playing baseball, stick to baseball. But on the off season, I think golf is a great conditioner for your legs.
That may be true, dear, but very often I've heard you come off the golf course saying baseball certainly is a great game.
All right, Clara, you win. Good night, Mr. DeMille, and thank you for letting us play on your league program tonight.
I think if anyone deserves the pennant, it's the Lux Radio Theater League. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Babe Ruth. We're back in Hollywood now with Joey Brown, Helen Chandler, Roscoe Carnes, and William Frawley in Alibi Ike. Sick at heart because Dolly broke their engagement, Farrell went out the next day and pitched a losing game. Pitched so badly it aroused suspicion in the minds of Cap and the owner of the club. They've gone to his room to question him. They find him slumped dejectedly in an armchair.
Ike, we want to talk to you.
Yeah? Well, I don't want to talk to you.
No, just a minute, son. Don't you feel well?
Yeah, I feel all right.
Well, is there anything we can do?
Yeah, you can get out of here and let me alone.
You know, Farrell, that was a pretty bad game you pitched today. Looked like you weren't even trying.
What do you mean I wasn't trying?
I'd answer that door if I were you.
I was just going to. Well, what do you want?
The chief told me to give you this envelope. You'll catch on when you open it. So long, kid.
Who was that, Farrell?
Well, I don't know. Never seen him before. Brought me a letter.
Well, he didn't look like a postman to me. Why don't you open it?
All right, I will. Gosh, it's getting so a fella can't even open his mail in private. Hey, what's this?
I'll tell you what it is, Mr. Farrell. It's a roll of greenbacks. Let me see that. Look, Tom, a half a dozen $1,000 bills.
A half dozen $1,000 bills? What? Say, that's $6,000, ain't it?
Yeah, and there seems to be a little note attached to it. Listen to this, Cap. Nice going, kid. Keep up the good work. How do you like that? What about it, Farrell?
Well, I don't know nothing about it. Gosh. Say, they must have thought that I was losing that game on purpose for them.
Who sent this?
Well, I don't know. I can't remember his name.
Oh, you can't. Farrell, I never thought you'd do a dirty trick like this.
Say, you don't think I threw the game?
No, this is just a coincidence. If it wasn't for the scandal, I'd let you explain it to the judge.
Wait a minute. Say, I wouldn't throw a game if my mother was playing on the other side.
You won't have a chance in this club. Pack your things and get out. And if you ever put on a baseball suit again, I'll put stripes on it for you.
You mean I'm canned?
Yeah, and it starts right now.
All right, then let it start. A couple of fine fellas you are. When I was winning, you thought I was a hero. And then the first time I lose a game in 2 months, you come around claiming I'm a crook. Well, you can keep your ball club. I'm through with you for good. Now get out of here. get out of here and let me pack my suitcase. Fine fellows they are. I'll show them.
Frank Farrell. Frank Farrell, wait.
What?
Frank, wait.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Finley.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going back to Holgate. That's where I'm going.
Oh, no, you're not.
No?
I just spoke to Cap. I told him the real reason why you lost that game. Because you was worried sick about Dolly. They want you back, Farrell.
Well, I ain't going.
You got to come back, for Dolly's sake, if not your own.
Dolly? Gosh, she don't care if I never come back.
Yes, she does.
Yeah?
I spoke to her long distance last night. She's been almost frantic since she walked out on you.
Well, gee, if you think that...
I don't think. I know. But if you go off now, you'll be disgraced. And if I tell Dolly that your comeback depends on her, she'll be back tomorrow cheering for you.
But do you think she'll really forgive me?
Sure. If you'll promise to give up those alibis.
Well, promise? Gee, I'd get right down on my knees now. Only I got such a bad case of Charlie horse.
Never mind that. Come on back to the hotel. Cap and Mr. Johnson are there waiting for you.
And we're sorry, Sam. Yeah. We should have known better than to think you'd throw a game.
Oh, shucks, that's all right. It's all over as far as I'm concerned.
But it isn't. Not yet. I want to get those crooks and get them right. Do you know where to find them?
Sure I do. At their clubhouse.
Okay. I want you to go and see them the day before your next game and tell them you're going to throw it. But you won't do it unless their man meets you with the money just before the game. Then we'll have a couple of federal men there and catch them red-handed, giving you the dough.
Oh, boy, say, that's pretty slick. I'll be pitching next Thursday. I'll go and see them Wednesday night.
Just why do you want the money in advance?
Well, I tell you, they're looking at me funny. I gotta have that dough so I can get out fast if they do come after me.
Are you trying to put the cross on us, Farrell?
Say, ain't I done everything you told me to so far?
Okay. We'll have the dough for you. Now scram.
Sure. Well, good night, boys. Don't forget.
Well, what do you think, Chief?
He's pulling a fast one on us. But he's not going to get away with it.
We got everything sunk on tomorrow's game. If Farrell wins, it means dependent for the Cubs.
Farrell isn't going to win, Lefty, because Farrell isn't going to pitch.
Huh?
You and Charlie are going to pay Mr. Farrell a little visit tonight, see? Don't mess him up if you can help it, but get him away from the hotel. You know what I mean, Lefty?
Yeah. Maybe a little chloroform will help.
Handle it any way you want. But get him out to the farm and see that he don't wake up until the game's on.
Leave it to me, boss. When I get finished with him, he'll be lucky if he ever wakes up.
PR paper, Farrell disappears. Ace Cup pitcher disappears on eve of big game. Read all about it.
But I tell you, Beth, something has happened to him.
Yeah? Well, something else will happen to him if he doesn't show up for the game.
The game? All you think about is the game. What worries me is Francis.
Oh, now calm yourself, Dolly. He'll be all right. He'll probably show up at the last minute with an alibi.
Oh, but he isn't all right. He'd never do a thing like this. Oh, if I only knew where he was.
Come on. It's almost time for the game.
Yes, sir, folks, it's a great game. At the end of the fourth inning, the Cubs are trailing the Giants by 1 run. Now it's a shame that Farrell isn't here to pitch
Turn
tonight.
that off,
There seems
Charlie.
to be no
Sure.
information as to it.
I think the sap is waking up.
Oh.
Hiya, Farrell.
Huh? Hey.
Take it easy, boy. Lay down there.
Hey, what is this?
Just a little game we got up, Frank, and you're it.
Where am I?
Why, this is the health farm, Sonny. We brought you out here for your health.
My health? Say, quit kidding me. I got to get to the ballpark.
Boy, you're so far from the ballpark, you'll do well to get there by next season.
Oh, I will I?
Get in, Charlie. Come here, you.
Look at
right now. Sit down. There. That's better. Now, Farrell, if you're a good boy, you can go home. Just like you come here. All in one piece. You get it?
Yeah, okay, boys. I guess you win.
Now you're showing sense. Have a drink?
Me? Say, I wouldn't touch that stuff. Well, maybe I will have one, thanks.
Say when, Farrell.
I'll pour it myself if you don't mind.
Sure. Here.
Thanks. Gosh, the bottle's almost empty. Pretty color when you hold it up to the light, ain't it?
I don't pay much attention to the outside of the bottle.
Look at there. It's all greenish. Boy, sure is pretty.
Huh? Let me see it.
Sure. Take a good look, mister.
Hey, you kill you for this. You can't get away with that.
Gonna keep me in there, are you? Gonna make us lose the game, huh? I'll show you, you dirty.
Give it to him. All right, here you go.
What a game, what a game. It's the last half of the ninth inning, folks, and the Cubs are at bat. There's 2 runs behind, and there's 2 out, but there's a man on second, and that crowd down there is going mad. It looks as if the Cubs are licked, but you'll never can.
Right, 2. Well, it looks like the finish, Perry.
Yeah, here goes the pennant, Cap.
Wait till I find that guy Farrell. I'll kill him. So help me, I'll murder him with my bare hands.
Ball 3.
Oh, 3 and 2 on Mac with a pitcher coming up.
I'll have to put in a pinch hitter if I get the chance.
Hey, Cap! Cap!
Look!
Who is that? Holy... Why, it's Farrell.
Hiya, Cap. Hiya, Gary.
Come here.
Fellas.
Come here. You. Where have you been?
Don't ask me now. Just give me a bat, that's all. Give me a bat.
Ball 4. Take the base.
That's what's up to me, Cap. Hey, somebody give me a bat.
Wait a minute, Farrell. Listen to me. Are you on the level? Do you want to win this game?
Do I want to win it, guys? Let go of me.
All right, but remember this. You've got to get a hit. 2 runs will tie the score, and there's 2 men on.
I know it.
If you strike out or pop a fly, I'll murder you.
Oh, listen, Cap, I'll sock that kill so hard, it'll rip the horsehide off of it. Let me out of there.
Batter up.
That's me, Ump. Farrell, pinch hitting for Rossi.
Farrell, batting in place of Rossi. Farrell, batting in place of Rossi. Farrell, batting in place of Rossi.
Thanks, folks. All right there, Mr. Eckhart. Just put her in there and duck.
Strike 1.
You're right, Umps. Looked all right to me, too.
Get up to the plate.
Okay. Gee, I hope you can put another one in the same place. Why, gosh, you did it. 2 strikes, huh? Hey, I better get down to business. Don't worry, Cap. Only takes 1 to smack it.
Get in the batter's box.
He hit it! Look at him go. 2 runs in.
Cap, he ain't stopped at third. He's stretching it. He's stretching it into a homer.
Come on. Slide you down southpaw slide. Safe. He's safe.
A homer. That gives us a game, Cap.
And the pennant. Come here, Farrell.
Hiya, boys. Hiya, Cap.
Farrell, that was terrific.
Oh,
Hey,
swell
stick
work,
with my
guys.
hand. Oh, shucks, that was easy. I didn't even knock it over the fence.
Cap, we did it, Tom. We did it.
I'll say you did it. And listen, we got that crook, Crawford. We traced the money to him and nabbed him a few minutes ago.
Nice work, Mr. Johnson. I'll help you get the rest of them myself.
Oh, Francis.
Dolly. Oh, gosh, you come back.
Of course I did. And, Francis, I was so worried about you, but you're safe, aren't you, darling?
Safe? Say, I was safe a mile. And Dolly, if you'll stick by me, I'll be a new guy. From now on, I'll change completely. Honest, I will.
Oh, Francis, of course I'll stick by you.
And the engagement is on again?
Oh, yes, Francis.
Oh, gosh. Dolly, I'll never alibi myself again as long as I live.
Hey, let us through here.
Hey, Farrell, give us a story for the paper, will you? Well, sure. What do you want to know, boys?
Well, I want to know why you let 2 strikes go by without moving your bat.
Why? Say, how'd you like to be hitting when you got a big cinder in your eye?
The game's over and won, but we play an extra inning a little later with Joe E. Brown and Helen Chandler. When Paramount Studios decided to make a picture called Artists and Models, they enlisted the services of one of the country's most versatile illustrators, Russell Patterson, creator with John Hill, Jr., of the famous flapper type. You've seen his drawings many times in our leading publications. But his talents go much further than the drawing board. He's created stage sets, costumes, men's styles, industrial designs, pioneered in plastic photography, and is largely responsible for the current popularity of puppet shows. Ladies and gentlemen, Russell Patterson.
Thank you, Mr. DeMille, but I'm only one of the several illustrators who'll be working in Artists and Models. By that, I mean you'll actually see on the screen James Montgomery Flagg, John Legata, McClellan Barkley, Arthur William Brown, Jefferson Mackimer, and Rube Goldberg.
A fine group of artists, but what about the models?
Well, it's difficult to find perfect models even in Hollywood. Since we started our search for beauty, Mr. Ruel Walsh, the director, Mr. Louis Gensler, the producer, and Mr. Leroy Prinz, the dance director of Artist Models, saw more than 1,000 girls. We wanted about 100 of the most beautiful models. You'd be surprised at the small number in this group who met our requirements.
What are the requirements?
Well, I would say 4 in number. Grace, the ability to wear clothes, figure, and, of course, the beauty of the face. Why it's so hard to pick outstanding girls today is because most of them are standard types. They all want to look alike. And we look for individual types. Beauty, like everything else, seems to run in cycles. After the war, there was the collegiate and then the flapper types. The platinum blondes, the redheads, and last year the brunettes had their day.
And this year?
Oh, I would say the smooth-haired, dark, natural blonde with blue eyes and sunburned skin. I think she's the typical American girl of 1937.
Since you preach individuality, I suppose you'd hesitate to tell the girls in our radio audience what kind of clothes to wear.
Well, that's like a doctor trying to cure a patient without knowing the ailment. I would recommend the best fashion magazines and to follow the best-dressed picture stars. And above all, as much of one's own personality as possible. I can safely say that whatever they wear, women will keep on caring for their clothes in the most effective, economical way there is, with Lux Flakes. Lux is the safest, surest wardrobe care I know of. And that's why we're using it in Artists and Models. Thank you, Mr. DeMille.
Thank you, Miss Patterson. In just a few minutes, Joe E. Brown boards a plane and flies from Hollywood to Chicago. But we still have time to bring back Joe and Helen Chandler to answer their curtain call. All right, Helen. And remember, Joe, no alibis.
Thanks, CB. Of course, I'm not in very good voice.
Beginning already? Now what's the matter? Did the play take it out of you?
Play? Gosh, no, but I've got to protect my voice for tomorrow.
Didn't you hear, Mr. DeMille? Joe's going to Chicago to become a radio announcer. He's describing the game there tomorrow between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs.
Oh, Helen, it's nothing at all. Nothing at all.
How long are you going to be a sports commentator, Joe?
Oh, about a month, I guess. Unless I find that I bit off more than I can chew.
I'd say that was impossible.
Huh? Cut it out, will you? No, CB.
Joe, I think it'd be awfully nice if you'd say something about our product.
Product? What product?
You don't know what our product is?
Well, it seems that I do kind of recollect hearing tell of it.
Yes, of course you do. Why, everybody uses it for keeping clothes nice. You know, and washing dishes.
Clothes? Mm-hmm. Washing dishes?
You know, Joe. You know, it comes in a box. You get it at the grocery store. Big letters on it. L-U-X.
L-U-X. Now tell me. Oh, Lux, sure. Well, why didn't you say so in the first place instead of beating around the bush? Guys, our house is just about filled with Lux. I say, those flakes are a home run in the ninth inning with 2 out and the bases loaded. Of course, I don't do the washing, but it seems to me...
No, that's enough. That's enough. Don't spoil it. Joe, I understand you're a sports writer, too.
Yes. I'm writing a column for the Los Angeles Examiner. They picked the craziest name for my column, though. They call it Saying a Mouthful. Gosh, that don't seem to fit me.
Not if it's only a column, Joe.
Oh, you too, huh?
Yeah, it ought to be a full page.
Oh, I see. And Helen, just before I kiss you before we say, Dolly, guys, I'm all confused. Before I walk off the field, I want to wish a speedy recovery to one of baseball's immortals, now in Lakeside Hospital, Cleveland. He was banged up pretty badly in an accident the other day, and I know that you all join me in wishing the best to a great sportsman, our friend Tris Speaker. And now, CB and everyone, including you, Helen, goodbye.
Goodbye, thank you.
Goodbye, Alibi. Mr. Brown, Miss Chandler, our thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your announcer, Melville Ruick. The program arranged for you next Monday night will be revealed in a moment by Mr. DeMille. Tonight's cast included Wally Mayer as Mac, Leora Thatcher as Bess Finley, Cy Kendall as Crawford, Lou Merrill as club owner, Joe Franz as Lefty, Charles Emerson as reporter, Frank Nelson as radio announcer, Ross Forrester as Tex, Ingeborg Tillish as telephone operator, and Marion Dennis as telephone girl. Joe E. Brown appeared through courtesy of David L. Lowe Productions. Louis Silvers, 20th Century Fox, where he was in charge of music for the new film That I May Live. Mr. DeMille, Mr. Carnes, and Mr. Frawley, Paramount. Mr. Frawley's new picture is High, Wide, and Handsome, and Mr. Carnes, Night of Mystery. Just a reminder, as you know, many localities switch to daylight saving time next Sunday. If you are not affected by daylight saving time, this program will come to you 1 hour earlier, beginning next Monday night. And here's Mr. DeMille.
Next Monday night, the Lux Radio Theater brings you two of the most outstanding personalities Hollywood has ever given the world, Robert Taylor and Irene Dunn. Our play, Magnificent Obsession, based on Universal's picture from the celebrated novel by Dr. Lloyd C. Douglas, one of the most inspired stories of our day. Our radio version will find both stars resuming the same roles they filled with such distinction on the screen. Miss Dunn as Helen Hudson, Mr. Taylor as Bob Merrick. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Flakes, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday night when the Lux Radio Theater presents Robert Taylor and Irene Dunn in Magnificent Obsession. This is Cecil B. DeMille saying good night to you from Hollywood.
This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Interesting cameo by Mr. and Mrs. Ruth, which turns into an effective advertisement for Lux Soap. It's interesting to hear reference to the Babe Ruth radio program. While episodes of the syndicated Adventures of Babe Ruth juvenile dramatized series have survived, none of the episodes of his own radio program, and he actually had a couple or three, depending on the source, made it. It is actually referenced in film as well as on the radio, so I would love to hear an episode of that. Joe E. Brown is an interesting actor, particularly at this point in his career. Brown had begun his career in entertainment in the circus, worked through vaudeville, and then really made it big in pictures. He was a top star for about 4 or 5 years, ending in 1936. In 1937, he left Warner Brothers, which turned out to be a big mistake in his career. His star fell, he ended up in B pictures, and never enjoyed the level of stardom that he had in the early to mid-30s. Though he would always hang around, and he'd be known as just being a really nice person. All the big egos in the entertainment industry is certainly a worthwhile distinction. Now we turn to listener comments and feedback, and we start with an email from Doc Corbin. Doc writes in saying, Adam, as my wife and I are sheltering in place in Middle Tennessee with our husky, I'm so glad to receive your wonderful podcast. I just finished listening to the Escape episode Poison for the second time. I first heard it on May 23rd, 2017. It was just as amazing this time. William Conrad and Jack Webb are two of my favorite old-time radio performers. Even though I remembered the conclusion of the performers still kept me on the edge of my seat. As I've written before, the theater of the mind is far better than anything that airs on television or the big screen today. Just one note, the crate is definitely a very deadly snake. However, some experts would say it comes in behind the black mamba, the coastal taipan, and the Indian cobra. Frankly, the so-called experts really can't agree on the top 10 list. Of course, any of the highly poisonous snakes can be lethal in a short period of time. Fortunately, we have few poisonous snakes in our area, and almost no bites are fatal. I believe there are only 2 venomous snake species in Idaho. Both are members of the rattlesnake family, and neither is likely to produce a fatal bite. In any case, please continue to share your wonderful podcast. I encourage all your listeners to support your podcast through Patreon. Best wishes. Stay safe, Doc Corbin. Well, thank you so much, Doc. I appreciate your thoughts, and so glad that we can be with you during this time of sheltering in place, self-isolation, and always great to have a dog along. We adopted our dog Rocky in August and our cat Bullwinkle in September. And I think it's one of the better decisions we've made. Not being able to see anyone for so long and having these two around's definitely been just such a comfort. I appreciate your comments on the snakes. And I found, there are a lot of deadly snakes in India. And different rankings. And, I think that it's really a lot of the sort of showmanship hype. If you've got a snake in your story, then it's going to be the most deadly snake. And I guess I kind of got to doing research just because I remembered from A Shipment of Mute Fate that, we were, all told about how deadly the Bushmaster was, and I found out that the Bushmaster isn't even the snake that would be considered the most venomous, or is the consensus for the most dangerous snake in that region. But if they tell you that snake in your bed is like the 4th most deadly snake in the country, it just doesn't sound as impressive, even though the 4th most deadly snake in the country could kill you just as sure as the 1st. They want to go ahead and hop it up as the most dangerous. And I'm glad we don't have a lot of venomous snakes in Idaho, because there is one thing I share in common with Indiana Jones. It's not fashion sense or physical fitness or the ability to use a bullwhip or any of the positive things, but I also hate snakes. So as much as I can avoid them, I'm all for it. So at any rate, thank you so much for your note, Doc. I appreciate it. And then we also have comments from Bill, who writes, "Hi, Adam. I think this story was on the wrong program. It should have been on Suspense. A great cast. Joe Friday, Matt Dillon, and Capitan Sabaya. This was far better than a lot of things on TV today. Thanks." Well, thanks so much, Bill. And I don't believe this particular program was played on Suspense, but there's a big crossover between Escape and Suspense, particularly as the years went on, because CBS already paid for scripts that they used on Escape. They went ahead and they did stories for Suspense. And so the stories that would air on one could air on the other. And of course, in 1950, this would not be considered a great lineup of stars, because they were still focused really on either Hollywood A-listers or very strong B-listers. So you had programs in 1950 that featured the likes of William Powell, Dick Powell, Rosalind Russell, Edward G. Robinson, even Milton Berle. Escape tended to be where you went to hear programs with the likes of Jack Webb, William Conrad, and Jay Novello. So this really could only have been on Escape with this cast, and it's this cast that just definitely makes it work, because you're right, it's just fantastic. Thanks so much, Bill. David writes, I was familiar with this story from Alfred Hitchcock Presents, but that version is a little bit different. Great listen. Genevieve writes in, timely choice. And then also I do have a comment on YouTube from The One You Fear, writing, Jack Webb doesn't fit as a bad guy. Thanks so much. And, yeah, I can actually really relate to that. It doesn't quite feel right. However, it should be noted that for at least a couple years, 2 to 3 years, Webb made a good portion of his living playing bad guys and various heavies on radio between 46 and 49. And so somebody in 1949 might have, just kind of thought as Webb as a guy who plays bad guys and anti-heroes. And if you told him that in 20 years, he'd be known as for playing a role that was the epitome of being a straight arrow, they probably wouldn't have believed you. History is funny that way sometimes. Well, our baseball series is continuing with another episode of the Lux Radio Theater. This one originally aired October the 4th, 1943, and the title is Pride of the Yankees.
Lux presents Hollywood. The Lux Radio Theater brings you Gary Cooper in The Pride of the Yankees with Virginia Bruce and Edgar Buchanan. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow afternoon in New York's Yankee Stadium, the exciting cry of play ball will begin another World Series. In the clubhouse under the grandstand, as game time comes near, the players will be pulling their uniforms out of the lockers, and there'll be jokes and horseplay because ball players are like that. But one of those lockers will not be open tomorrow. That locker has never been used by anyone since the day in June 1939 when Lou Gehrig hung up his glove for the last time. Lou Gehrig is one of baseball's immortals. His records are on the books for all to read. But Gary Cooper is here on this stage not to bring us a baseball story, but a drama of human courage, the story of a man who knew his destiny and faced it without flinching. That story is the one told in Samuel Goldwyn's fine motion picture, The Pride of the Yankees. And starring with Gary tonight, we present Virginia Bruce and Edgar Buchanan. Lou Gehrig is in the great American tradition, and there certainly is no better choice than Gary Cooper to play the part. I've called on Gary twice in pictures to play heroes from that same tradition, and he's busy with a third one for me now in the story of Dr. Wassel. You know, this evening is a real occasion on this stage, for it was just 9 years ago that Lux Toilet Soap presented the first play in the Lux Radio Theater. And do you remember what was happening then? The Italians were marching into Ethiopia, and Mussolini's army was considered one of the strongest in the world. The first Thin Man picture came out that year, and skirts, believe it or not, were being worn just above the ankle. 9 years ago, millions of you were already using our product. Since then, scientists have made Lux Toilet Soap even better, and millions more have joined our family circle. Now here's the anniversary curtain going up on the first act of The Pride of the Yankees, starring Gary Cooper as Lou Gehrig, with Virginia Bruce as Ellie, Edgar Buchanan as Sam Blake, and Elsa Jansen as Mom.
To my own son, I will say to your face, you are good for nothing, Lou Gehrig. All baseball players are good for nothing. Loafers in short pants.
That was what Lou Gehrig's mother told him the day she found out he was a ball player. She was all against it at first, but she came around later. Well, by the way, my name's Sam Blake, and I'm a sports writer. I was kind of a special friend of Lou's, so I know a lot about him. That's what I'm here for now. I want you to know him, too, the way I did. Yeah, Lou's mother had great plans for him. Even when he was just a kid, she had plans. Like the afternoon he came home after a game of sandlot baseball and told his mother he'd like to quit school.
How can you say that? Look at your papa. Look at me. We didn't go to school, and what are we? A janitor, a cook. I want you to be somebody.
Sure, Mom, sure.
Like your Uncle Otto, Louis. Don't you see, Louis? That's why I'm cooking up at Columbia College. So you can go there someday and be an engineer like your Uncle Otto.
But, Mom, maybe I ain't cut out to be an engineer.
What do you want to know?
I want to be a... Gee, I don't know, Mom. An engineer, I guess.
Lou went to school. He even went to Columbia. Worked his way through waiting on tables in a fraternity house. He'd been playing ball all the time, made the varsity. Then one evening he showed up at home for dinner wearing a pledge pin.
Hi, Mom.
What?
I just said hi.
All right. Hi.
Notice anything, Mom?
I notice Papa is late and the soup's getting cold. Sit down, Louis.
Mom, look. I'm wearing a pin. Sigma Alpha Psi.
Oh, Lou. They took you in.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Oh, Lou, everything's going so fine now.
Well, this is just the pledge pin. I get the real pin before long, and when I get it, I'm supposed to give it to my best girl. You still my best girl, Mom?
Always.
Well, it'll mean you'll have to go steady with me. You can't even look at anybody else.
Not even Papa?
All right, Papa.
I didn't know Lou then, but I heard all about those days from his mother. First time I ever ran across him was up at Southfield. I was sitting in an office one spring afternoon talking to the Columbia football coach. Over on Southfield, they were practicing baseball.
Well, Sam, I'm going to build my football team around a new man next fall. A great halfback.
That's so?
Yes, sir. One of the most promising kids I've ever... What the...
Well, you can send for a man to fix that window. Somebody gunning for you, Jim?
Well, there it is. A baseball.
Baseball?
Yeah. Come over here to the window. See that fella trotting around the bases? That's the halfback I was telling you about. Lou Gehrig, a line-plunging fool.
Football? For a kid that can hit a baseball this far?
Well, Sam, there's a pretty stiff wind blowing in this direction.
Yeah? Well, that wind could blow him right into the major leagues. I got hold of Lou one afternoon a few days later. I told him Miller Huggins of the Yankees would like to give him a chance to play ball. He looked at me like he was going to faint.
Yankees? You mean the New York Yankees?
I don't mean the Chillicothe Yankees.
Oh, thanks. Gee, that's wonderful, but I'm going to be an engineer.
Engineer. That's what he told me. And I guess he would have been an engineer, except something happened. Getting philosophical, it was one of those corners you turn in life. Just a little twist in the road.
Hiya, Pop. Dinner ready yet? Shh, Lou, listen. Mama is sick. What do you mean, sick? Mama? Yes. She never said anything, but now she's sick. Well, you get a doctor. I'll go right away. No, he's here. He's in there with her now. She didn't want him because it would cost $2. Well, what's wrong? What did he say? Here he is. Well, doctor, is it serious, doctor?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
We've got to get your wife to the hospital immediately. The general hospital is rather crowded just now, but I'll see if I can make arrangements.
There must be room in one of the wards. Wait a minute. Mom's not going to a ward. She's going to have the best of everything. A good room in a private hospital. Lou, beggars can be choosers. A private hospital costs money, and where are we going to get it? Well, I know where I can get it. I'll get an advance on my salary. On what? My salary. I've got a chance to join the Yankees. Oh, nurse.
Yes?
Nurse, can we see Mrs. Gehrig now?
I think so. We're going to take her downstairs for another treatment. But you can only stay a moment.
That's all right. I've got to catch a train and...
I see. We'll bring her right out. Wait here.
Thank you. Well, Pop, did you read that contract?
It's wonderful, Louis. Wonderful. So now you're a real baseballer, huh?
Sure. that's signed by Miller Huggins. He's the Yankees manager.
Louis, there's one thing I don't understand. If you're going to be with the Yankees, why are they sending you from New York to Hartford to bring you back to New York?
Well, they're sending me to play with the Hartford team for a while to give me the experience I need. That's the way they work it.
Uh-huh. How are you going to work it?
Work what?
Mama, you're going to tell her?
Well, sure. She'll understand.
Yeah, sure. I think I'll go for a walk.
Well, you stay here, Pop.
Louis.
There she is. Hello, Mom.
Look, I'm like a baby in a carriage, Louis.
Well, you let 'em wheel you around here till you're all well again. Here? How's my best girl, Mom?
Fine.
Well, how they treating you?
Wonderful. I can't get over how much they give you here for nothing.
Well, that's great, Mom. Now, look, I want to tell you something.
Excuse me a minute. I'm going for a smoke.
Come here, Pop.
What's the matter?
Well, it's nothing, Mom. Really, I'm going away, that's all. I'm going to Hartford.
Harvard College. Oh, that's wonderful. You are going to be a great engineer, and Harvard Engineering School is good, huh?
Well, you see,
I'm afraid we'll have to take her now.
Oh, well, I'll tell you about it later, Mom. Goodbye.
Leaving on track 5, Bridgeport, New Haven, Hartford.
But look, Louis, suppose Mama finds out. What about me?
Well, protect yourself in the clenches, Pop. So long.
Wait, what about mail? Suppose Mama writes you.
Well, she'll write the letters, but you'll mail them, see?
But what about the money you'll be sending me? How will I explain that?
Well, tell her you got a job.
A job? Who, me?
You. Goodbye, Pop.
Louis, wait. What kind of a job?
Well, that's up to you. Goodbye.
What?
I got a job. But what? Ha! I know. Politics.
Good morning, Mrs. Gehrig.
Good morning, Mrs. Roberts. Come on in.
Hello, Mr. Gehrig.
Good morning.
Well, you saw the papers this morning.
Papers. The one says white, the other black. I never read them.
But you must be very proud of your son.
My Lou, of course. But I just can't get over how wonderful everything is with my husband, Mr. Gehrig, you know. You want to know when he leaves for work? When he feels like it. Political at $25 a week.
Wow.
What is it, Papa? Wow, what?
Nothing. Just wow.
Oh, now, who is that? Oh, Mrs. Fabini, good morning.
Oh, I couldn't wait for you to come to the door. Isn't it exciting?
It's in the paper all about Lou. Gee, isn't it great?
Shut up.
Wait. What is it all about?
Did you read in the paper about a Lou?
Paper, Lou?
Here it is. Read it.
Gehrig recalled from Hartford by Yankees?
Mama, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it now.
Hey, Mom. Hello, Mom.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, look, if you don't mind, I think there are a few things I ought to talk over with the folks. Well, how's my best girl, Mom? What's the matter, Mom?
Well, I'd better go, too.
Where? To work?
I'll be right back, Louis.
Mom, about Hartford. I didn't go there just because I wanted to play baseball. I went because we needed the money. You were sick, and the doctor said you might die.
I wish I had died, rather than see you give up everything we planned. For what? To play ball. Oh, a disgrace like that.
Well, it's not such a disgrace to play with the Yankees.
That's what we came to America for? So that you would play baseball? After all my plans for you to follow after your Uncle Otto.
Mom, people have got to live their own lives. Nobody can live it for you. Well, nobody could have made a ball player out of Uncle Otto, and nobody can make anything but a ball player out of me.
To my own son, I'll say it to your face. You are a good-for-nothing, Lou Gehrig. All baseballers are good for nothing. Loafers in short pants.
Mom, you've never been to a ball game. Maybe there's something to it. Say, why don't you come out some afternoon and watch?
Never. I don't see Lou. Where's Lou?
He's not out on the field yet, Mama. The game hasn't started.
You sure we came to the right baseball park?
Yes, Mama.
Oh, and those men down there, They are not the players.
No, Mama. They are getting the field ready, Mama.
Oh, what do they do with the pillows?
They are not pillows. They are bases. You slide into them, Mama.
I slide into them?
Just watch, Mama. Huh? Just watch.
Get your scorecard. You can't tell the players without a scorecard, lady.
My own son, I can tell. The others are none of my business.
Your son playing?
Sure. Lou Gehrig.
Gehrig? Never heard of him. Substitute?
No, Yankee.
Well, Mom didn't get a chance to see Lou that afternoon. Not in action, anyway. It was a long time and a lot of baseball games later before he came up to bat. It happened at Comiskey Park in Chicago.
Gehrig, get up there. Who, me? Yes, you. You're batting for Wally Pip. Now get a hold of one, kid.
Oh, sure. Sure, Mr. Huggins.
Lou started off the bench like a blue streak. Here was his chance. So what does he do? He goes right up to the pile of bats, slips on him, and falls flat on his back. There was a girl at the game that day in the field box just back of first base.
Hey, Tanglefoot!
It was Eleanor Twitchell started that. Tanglefoot, she said, and the crowd took it up like a battle cry.
Oh, Tanglefoot!
Well, Eleanor, you really started something.
Didn't I? Dreadful, isn't it, Dad?
Tanglefoot! Whoa!
I seen who tied a label on that rookie.
What's his name?
Gehrig.
He looks like a hitter, though, from where I sit.
Oh, a nice single. Beautiful.
I knew he could hit, Eleanor.
Yeah. Well, look, Dad, he's looking over this way, right at me. I guess he knows I started it. He's an awful mad ball player, isn't he?
In Chicago, the Yankees used to have dinner in the same restaurant every night. After Lou's first game, I was there eating with him when Eleanor Twitchell and her father came in.
Hiya, Yankees. Enjoying your stay in Chicago?
Well, hello there.
Hello there, losers.
Hello, Mr. Twitchell. Tell your boys to bring their horseshoes with them when they come to New York next trip.
Oh, you can't win with alibis. Oh, hello, Mr. Blake.
Hello, Miss Twitchell.
Say, how's the rookie? Has he...
Look out!
Oh!
Hey, come on, pick her up. Pick her up.
Over the chair.
Hey, ha-ha, Tanglefoot.
Come on, pick her up. You okay, Miss Twitchell?
Sure, I'm okay. Boy, what a Brody.
Well, that's all right, Miss Twitchell. A thing like that can happen to anybody.
Miss Twitchell, this is Mr. Gehrig.
Well, I'm glad to see you, Miss Twitchell.
What's so funny? Oh, all right, we're even.
Well, if we're even, maybe you'll sit down with me.
Sure. Well, Mr. Gehrig, I hear this is your first game today.
My first appearance, and am I glad to get out of the lumber business? Oh, but you wouldn't know what that means. That means...
I know what it means.
Well, what does it mean?
Picking splinters off of your pants from sitting on the bench so long.
Gee, you do know, don't you?
How long do you expect to stay off the bench, Mr. Gehrig?
Well, I'll tell you, I got a hunch I'm going to play for a long while.
Uh-oh, Wally Pitt must be awfully sick.
Hey, what are you doing with this Yankee? Hello, Sam.
Hello, Mr. Twitchell.
This is my father, Mr. Gehrig.
Well, hello, Mr. How do you do? Oh, you're the Yankees' first baseman, eh? Yes, sir, at last. Well, I like the way you stand up to the ball, Gehrig. A lot of power there. Well, there, Miss Twitchell. Your father knows a ball player when he sees one. Yes, he stands up to the plate fine.
Yes, he does. And he falls down on the bat pretty good, too, Dad. Tanglefoot.
Nice playing in those last two games, Lou. Pip is sick long enough, you'll have a good chance to show what you can do.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Say, Blake.
What?
Blake, you know a lot about women.
Me? Oh, certainly.
Well, what does it mean when a girl says you remind her of a Newfoundland puppy?
Oh, well, if it was an Airedale, that'd be bad. For a police dog, that'd be fatal. But a Newfoundland puppy... I'd see her again if I was you.
Well, she didn't say Airedale. Thanks, Blake. I'll take your advice.
Mr. DeMille now stars
Gary Cooper, Virginia Bruce, and Edgar Buchanan will return in Act Two of The Pride of the Yankees. And now, a young man and a girl who's made a hit.
Gee, Mary, what a break to meet a girl like you. Look, how about a date tomorrow? I've only got a few days leave, and I sure want to see you some more.
Yes, Mary's made a hit. And she gives the credit to her smart new dress.
Of course. I know that shade of blue is just right for me. And the hat helped, too.
But if you asked Bill what Mary wore that evening, he'd tell you...
Oh, I don't know. Something keen, all right. The hat? It seems to me it was little. All I remember is how pretty she looked. Boy, what a complexion.
Which proves again that a new dress is all very fine, but it's lovely skin that really does the trick. Yes, a soft, smooth complexion is the charm that wins. And clever girls know a quick, easy care that protects this charm, helps skin to be fresher, more appealing. They depend on the daily beauty facials 9 out of 10 screen stars use. Active lather facials with Lux toilet soap. Here's what they do.
Just smooth the creamy lather well in, lots and lots of it, then rinse with warm water and splash on cold. Pat dry with a soft towel. Simple, but it works.
Now, why don't you try Hollywood's beauty facials every single day? You'll find Lux toilet soap's rich lather gives your complexion gentle, thorough care. Really brings it new loveliness. Active lather whisks away stale cosmetics, every trace of dust and dirt, leaves skin feeling satin smooth. Why not ask your dealer for Lux toilet soap tomorrow? And if he's temporarily out of stock due to wartime conditions, he'll have more soon. Remember, Hollywood's beauty soap is worth waiting for. Now, our producer, Mr. DeMille.
Act Two of The Pride of the Yankees, starring Gary Cooper as Lou Gehrig, with Virginia Bruce as Ellie and Edgar Buchanan as Sam Blake.
Yeah, Lou took my advice all right. Every time the team got back to Chicago, he went scooting out to see if he could find Eleanor Twitchell. He found her, too. They got along fine. Yes, sir, especially the time Lou took her dancing out to a nightclub. That night was another turning point in Lou's life.
Well, Mr. Gehrig, to your first World Series.
Oh, don't say that, not yet. We've got 6 more cities waiting for us, and anything can happen. Say, do you realize this is my last night in Chicago this season, and this is goodbye?
My, what a lot of them. 6 more to go. 6 more goodbyes.
6 more of what?
Well, you play in 7 cities. When you're on the road, you must have a girl in every city. A ball player's like a sailor, isn't he? A girl in every port. What's Miss Boston's name?
I never had a girl in Boston.
Haven't you?
No.
What about Philadelphia?
No.
St. Louis?
No.
Cleveland? Washington? New York?
Hey, you forgot Chicago.
Chicago? Who?
Well, aren't you my girl?
Why, Lou, I don't know what you mean by your girl. Your best girl? Is that what you mean?
Well, I've seen you 4 days in a row, and you're out with me here tonight. Isn't that what best girls do?
Is it? I wonder if I'm going to miss you.
Can't you find out before I go?
No, isn't that too bad? Why is it always like that?
I have no idea.
Seems silly, doesn't it? Oh, I like that tune, don't you? Will you dance with me?
Sure.
Lou.
What?
Lou, if I do miss you, I wish I knew how much I was going to.
I wish you knew before I left.
Shall I try?
How?
Well, shall I? Lou, where do you go from here?
Detroit?
All right. You see, I close my eyes and make believe it's tomorrow night and that I'm dancing with someone else.
Oh, yeah, I get the idea.
All right, you ready? My eyes are closed. Are you in Detroit?
Yep, I'm sitting in the lobby of the Statler Hotel.
Now, who am I dancing with? Let me see. Who do I know? Harold Chandler. Oh, Bill Talbot, Jim Johnson, Jack Austin, Bill Church, Sam Price.
Hey.
What?
I'm tired of this game. I don't like it. I'm back in Chicago.
And I'm laughing again.
The Yankees won the pennant that year, played against the Cardinals in the World Series. One morning in St. Louis, just before the game, the boys went over to a hospital for crippled kids. The rest of the team left. Lou was sitting talking to a little boy, a little fellow who couldn't walk.
Mr. Gehrig, will you autograph my ball, too?
Sure, let's see it.
There's Babe Ruth's name there.
He promised to hit a homer for me today.
Well, what do you know? Say, you're quite a fan, aren't you?
I like baseball. I used to play a lot.
And you play again. Billy, you know there isn't anything you can't do if you try hard enough.
You think so?
Sure.
Could you knock a home run for me this afternoon?
Well, you've already been promised one by Babe Ruth.
Could you?
Well, that's a pretty tall order. Okay.
Could you knock 2 homers?
2 homers in a World Series?
Oh, Mr. Gehrig, you said that you could do anything if you tried hard enough. That's what you said.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I'll hit 2 homers for you if you'll hit 1 for me.
Me? How?
You've got to promise me that one of these days you're going to get up out of this bed and go home on your own power.
But how can I?
If you want to do something hard enough, you can do it. Hey, we can both do it, can't we?
Sure we can.
Well, that's the idea. Well, so long, Billy.
So long, Mr. Gehrig.
Just make it Lou.
Oh, so long, Lou.
Read all about it. Paper, Yanks beat Cards, Road that's Homer.
Road that's Homer. Gary gets to him. Pepper.
Road that's what?
Gary gets to him.
Nice going, Lou.
Thanks.
Wait till we get him in New York.
Where's Gary?
Hey, Lou.
Hello, Sam.
Conductor's got a telegram for you, Lou.
Here you are, Mr. Gehrig.
Oh, thank you.
That was a great thing this afternoon, Mr. Gehrig. 2 home runs in the World Series.
Love.
What?
Love, it says love.
Who says?
Hey, conductor, get me to Chicago.
Wait a minute.
Tonight. Say, how can I do it? Stop the train. Let me
Well,
off.
you can change trains at Fenway.
I'll change.
Lou, listen. Who says love?
Who?
Look, I'm the one who's asking. Who?
You know, Sam, you're a fine fella. I like you. Goodbye, Sam.
He's nutty enough to be on the Dodgers.
Hey, what's the idea?
Oh, hello, officer.
What are you doing around here? You don't live in this house.
No.
Well, what are you doing here then?
Well, I was calling on a young lady.
At 4 o'clock in the morning. What for?
Well, if you must know, I'm calling on the young lady to ask her to marry me.
I see. And who are you?
My name's Lou Gehrig.
Lou who?
Gehrig.
Gehrig. Hey, let me see you. Yeah. I didn't recognize you in the dark. My name is O'Doul. Oh, I'm glad to know you, Gehrig.
What is it?
Is Miss Twitchell home?
Yeah, we want to see Miss Twitchell.
A policeman. What's she done?
Nothing yet. Wake her up and tell her Lou Gehrig wants to see her, will you?
Yes, sir. Will you come in and wait in the parlor?
Yeah. Go on in, Lou. Go ahead.
I'll call her. Miss Twitchell?
Sit down, Lou. Sit down. Don't be so fidgety.
Oh, thanks, officer.
Miss Twitchell? What is it? A policeman wants to see you. A policeman? And a fellow named Lou Gehrig. Lou? Where is he? Lou? Oh, Lou.
I got your wire. I came right away.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Look, it said love.
Yes, love. Oh, lots of love.
Eleanor.
Oh, Lou. I've missed you so.
Well, I guess you don't need me anymore.
Oh, what a night of this is, Mrs. Gehrig. You must be proud.
Louis should be home any minute now. I don't know what's keeping him.
I love a surprise party.
Look, it's Roy.
Papa, stop watching with the food.
I give you the instructions. You said you would tell Opera. You got it wrong. You have ruined everything.
I couldn't help it, Mr. Gehrig. I just delivered the cake, that's all.
What happened?
Look, the baseball player on top of the cake. They made Louis a right-handed batter.
I didn't even know what it was. Mr. Ethel just told me to deliver it.
The only one in America that don't know that Louis is a southpaw, and he has to be our bait.
Maybe nobody will notice it, Papa.
A right-handed batter. Oh.
Here he comes. Quiet, everybody.
Quiet.
Hide. Everybody hide.
Mom. Oh, Mom.
Louis, welcome home.
Hey! Hey, what is all this? Hello, everybody. Hello.
Lou.
Hello, Mom. How's my best girl?
Oh, wonderful.
Now, wait. I've got a surprise for you, too.
Quiet.
Mom, this is Ellie. Eleanor Twitchell.
Hello, Mrs. Gehrig.
And this is my pop.
How
are
do you do?
Mom, Pop, there's something I got to tell you. I guess there's only one way to do this thing. Mom, Mrs. Gehrig, meet Mrs. Gehrig.
What?
I mean, as soon as we get married.
Congratulations, Lou. You are going to get married?
Lou's done nothing but talk about you, Mrs. Gehrig. I'm so happy.
I got some refreshments in the other room.
Come on, everybody. Food.
By the end of next season, you can finish up in Chicago, then come back here and get a little house and fix it up. And then we'll get married.
Oh,
I'm sorry, miss, but I'm trying to clean up this lobby. That's my job.
I'm sorry. Oh, Lou, I think we're getting a gentle hint that it's late. I better go up to my room.
Okay. Good night, Eleanor.
Good night. Oh, Lou, do you think your mother likes me?
Like you? Well, how could she help liking you?
I just wondered. I guess I was wrong.
What about?
Oh, nothing. Good night, Lou.
Good night.
I must say, miss, you have picked out the most beautiful number in the store.
Yes, it's lovely.
Ellie, if you are looking for a chiffon
Oh, I found it, Mom. Look, just what I want. Isn't it beautiful?
It don't look very practical. And it looks second-hand, too.
It's an antique.
Antique. Louis can afford to buy new stuff. I'll show you, Ellie. Look at this one over here. Strong and practical. It'll last a lifetime.
But, Mom, I worked out sort of a scheme.
It was only a suggestion.
You see the rug in the bedroom.
Oh, the rug. That reminds me. Look at this pattern, Ellie. You see? And the rug is exactly the right size for your living room.
Oh, that's the pattern.
Look at the flowers and the birds. It will go with any kind of drapes, because it's got so many colors.
Well, I was planning on it.
It's almost an exact duplicate of the first rug we had in our house, only more so. That's why I bought it for you. It's your wedding present, Ellie.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
House is really getting to look like something, Ellie.
Yes.
Where do you want this shiffer robe, lady?
Oh, but that's not the right chiffon.
I asked them to bring it up, Ellie, to see how it would look. Put it down over there.
But, Mom...
You can live with it for a while, and then if you don't like
I can send it back.
I promise you won't send it back. Not with a scarf on it.
You can stay in this room, Max.
Oh, what's that?
The bedroom paper, miss.
Oh, I'm sorry. You made a mistake. It's the wrong pattern. This is the one I selected.
Oh, it was changed this morning.
Who changed it?
I did. Isn't this one beautiful?
Oh, but, Mom, this little rose pattern I picked out.
I guarantee you wouldn't like it if you saw it on the wall. Neither would Louis.
Oh, but Lou was with me when I picked it out. He liked it.
Oh, men like anything. Where's Lou?
He's upstairs.
Oh, just wait until he sees this paper. Like he had when he was a little boy.
Hand me that screwdriver, will you, Pop?
Louis, listen a minute.
What, Pop?
Louis, I never gave you much advice. First, you wouldn't take it. Second, I've been married 35 years, Louis, and I've learned one thing.
Well?
Can't you read between the lines, Louis? It's not anything I can say in so many words, and yet it's something that if you don't handle it right... Don't say anything about this to Mama, huh?
About what?
What I told you.
What did you tell me?
Well, can I be plainer?
But you like this pattern, Ellie, I know.
It's all right, Mom. It doesn't make that much difference.
And if you don't like the chiffon,
I'll probably get used to it.
Oh, you are very sweet, Ellie, to admit you are wrong.
Ellie.
Oh, Louis, look, the same wallpaper you had when you were a little boy.
Ellie, what's the matter?
Nothing. I just... Excuse me a minute.
Oh, what's wrong with Ellie?
Ellie? Nothing.
What happened? Was it about this?
The chiffon robe?
Yes. That's not the one she ordered. She wanted to...
It wasn't practical, not even mahogany. The drawers were too small.
But she liked it.
Well, she liked the other wallpaper, too, at first. But I convinced her. Oh, she's very sensible, Louis. You are lucky to get a girl like her.
That's right. Sit down, will you, Mom?
What?
Sit down, Mom, please.
Oh, yes, Lou.
Ellie, I just had a nice talk with your future mother-in-law.
What about?
Oh, lots of things. Mostly about interior decorating. You know that wallpaper she picked out?
Yes, it's very nice.
Well, I saw it, and it's terrible, and so is that Schiffer robe.
You mean the one that just came in?
I mean the one that just went out. I told him to take it back. I'd have nightmares looking at that thing.
Oh, Lou Gehrig, I think I could learn to like you. But I hope you didn't hurt Mom's feelings.
Well, I probably did, but she'll get over it. You can't run a baseball team with two captains, or a household with two bosses. There's going to be only one boss of this house, so you'd better get that apron off and get your nose powdered.
Why?
Well, I just telephoned Sam Blake to get the mayor of New Rochelle over here right away.
What for?
Why, I thought you wanted to get married.
You mean now? This morning?
Yeah, and for the honeymoon, do you know where I'll take you?
Where?
The ball game.
Oh, darling, I love ball games.
They went to the Yankee Stadium right after the ceremony. A great day in the life of Lou Gehrig. But there was another turn in the road that was coming, only we didn't know it then. Lou and Eleanor were all smiles when the photographer snapped their pictures on the field.
Oh, we'll get a great play on these pictures. Taking the day Lou won all 3 American League championships. Batting average, home runs.
You got it wrong, fella. This is the day I got married.
Yeah, Lou was all smiles. That turn in the road was just ahead. A tough turn to take, and he was traveling toward it fast.
We pause now for station identification. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System. In just a few moments, Mr. DeMille presents Gary Cooper with Virginia Bruce and Edgar Buchanan in Act 3 of The Pride of the Yankees. And now, let's listen to 2 very pleased young men.
Hey, Joe, pinch me, will you? Rita Hayworth just lighted a cigarette for me.
Think you're somebody, huh? Well, look me over, pal. Who do you think I just had coffee with? Betty Grable.
That was no imaginary scene, Mr. Kennedy. It happened at the Hollywood Canteen. And every night the servicemen who drop in are welcomed by famous stars like Rita Hayworth and Betty Grable.
Yes, Libby, screen stars give unselfishly of time and effort to make that canteen a grand success. Lots of them put in an evening there, even when they've been working hard on a picture all day.
And look fresh as daisies, too, Mr. Kennedy, though usually they don't have as much time to rest as the average busy person. But here's something they depend on to give them a real beauty pickup.
Something to do with Lux toilet soap, maybe, Libby?
But definitely, Mr. Kennedy. It's a Lux Soap Beauty Bath, and it's a Screen Stars formula for quick refreshment after a long day. Rita Hayworth says she loves the creamy Lux Soap lather, the way it leaves skin fresh and sweet. Betty Grable says her Lux Soap bath is so refreshing. She's keen about the nice perfume it leaves on her skin, too.
Well, Libby, that's a real Hollywood beauty tip. It's true that the lovely stars who use Lux toilet soap regularly for their million-dollar complexions find it makes a delightful bath soap, too. Try it. You'll agree with the stars who say the creamy, active lather leaves skin exquisitely fresh and smooth, makes daintiness sure. Lux toilet soap is hard-milled, so each fragrant white cake lasts a long time. These days, when it's patriotic to save soap, that's important. And Lux soap will last even longer if you're careful to put it in a soap dish that's dry. So treat yourself to the real luxury of a daily Lux soap bath. You'll find it very inexpensive because Hollywood's beauty soap costs but a few cents a cake. And now, Mr. DeMille returns to the microphone.
It's a long time since Gary Cooper has been in the Lux Radio Theater, and you'll meet him in person after the play. Now the curtain rises on the 3rd act of The Pride of the Yankees, starring Gary Cooper with Virginia Bruce and Edgar Buchanan.
I guess there never were 2 happier people in the world than Lou and Ellie Gehrig. No, sir, she was the proudest wife I ever saw. She used to stand in front of the cabinet that held all Lou's trophies, just looking.
The most valuable player in the American League. Oh, Dad was right, wasn't he? He knew a ball player when he saw one.
Hey.
What's the matter, Lou?
Oh, it's funny. When you said that, that Chicago restaurant jumped right up in my lap. But that wasn't yesterday, was it, Tanglefoot?
No. But I certainly didn't know what I was walking into that night. Mr. Gehrig, meet Miss Twitchell. And I left my little world behind me.
Your world? What do you mean?
Oh, darling, baseball life's so different. Sort of a little world all by itself. You play it in the spring, in the summer, in the fall, and you talk about it in the winter. You really eat, drink, and sleep it.
Yeah. Yes, you have had a dish of it. Look, say, how's this, Ellie? Those spring training trips must be pretty dull for a girl. How about you passing up Florida this spring? You know, take a little vacation for yourself.
Oh, all right, Lou. It has been a long time since you've palled around with the team. Give you a little vacation, too. We have seen a lot of each other.
Yes, it's an idea.
Yes, it is.
Well, that's settled.
Yes. Oh, Lou,
Ellie,
you don't
want
to
to stay here, do you? I didn't mean that.
Neither did I.
Well, then what'd you say it for?
You said it. Oh, Lou, that tickles.
Hey, you're going to leave me, huh?
Lou!
Hey, get this, my hammerlock.
Oh, darling, the table.
Hey, Uncle, I got your shoulders down. I got you.
All right, I give up.
Hey.
Hiya, folks. Hey, what goes on?
Just a little wrestling match, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Say, you just handed me my next story on a silver platter. How I beat my wife by Lou Gehrig.
Next.
Well, kill him, look.
You lay off our private life, Sam.
And what'll I write about?
Oh, about a half a column.
Fine, fine. If I were in the middle of the Sahara Desert dying of thirst, you'd bring me vinegar.
Want some more, Lou?
Yeah, they're great. Say, these are the kind of flapjacks Mom used to make.
It's Mom's recipes, if you didn't know it.
Anybody home?
In here. Mom and Pop, they said they'd be over this morning.
Hello.
Hello, Pop.
Hello, Ellie.
Hello, Ellie. Hello, Mom.
Hello, Louie. Hello, Pop.
Hello, Lou.
Hello, Mom. Sit down, Pop. Sit down, Pop, and have some breakfast.
Eating breakfast?
Yes, Lou's been raving about your flapjack recipe, Mom.
Now, don't let him eat too many, Ellie. He'll get fat.
What if I do? Then I can quit baseball.
What?
Louis, are you crazy?
I've always had a hankering to go in for engineering. You know that, Mom.
Engineering. The best ball player in the world wastes his time like that.
Well, Lou always told me that his Uncle Otto...
Uncle Otto, schmotto. Digging ditches, that's all he ever did. The world's full of Ottos. But how many Lou Gehrigs are there?
Look at him, Mama, eating flapjacks on the most important day of his life.
Important?
Lou, don't tell me you have forgotten what day this is.
I don't know. Ellie?
Not your birthday, is it?
I'm surprised at you, Ellie. Today's the day Lou Gehrig is playing his 2000th consecutive baseball game.
So what?
So what?
Look at him pretending he don't care. Come on, get a wiggle on you. The ballpark will be crowded and the fans will give you an automobile.
An automobile? Maybe they'll give him a yacht.
Sure, I'd better go, huh?
Well, all right, if that's the way you feel about it. But I warn you, all you'll get is a horseshoe of roses.
Don't be a cynic, Ellie.
A horseshoe of roses with good luck Lou Gehrig on a ribbon.
They'll give him an automobile at least.
I say a yacht.
Sure, at least.
All right. But you'll come home with a horseshoe of roses.
Ellie, are you home?
Evening, Mr. Gehrig. Oh, what's that thing?
Well, this a horseshoe of roses. The fans gave it to me.
Well, what do you know? Set it down. Lovely, isn't it? Good luck, Lou Gehrig. No automobile, Mr. Gehrig? No yacht?
No, I was lucky to get away with my life. I struck out 3 times. The last time in the 9th with the bases full.
Oh, darling. Darling, I'd give you the Yankee Stadium.
Well, I wanted to knock a home run for you today, but maybe I tried too hard.
Good luck, Lou Gehrig. Good luck. If they only knew what I know. They only realize what lies back of those 2,000 games you've played. Here, darling. Here's a rosebud for you from me. This is for the time you had 103 fever and played a doubleheader.
Well, this is one for you for having brown eyes.
And here's one for you when you played 12 innings in St. Louis with a broken toe.
And here's one for being the greatest fan a man ever had.
And here's for the time in Chicago you got beamed and went on playing.
Hey, take it easy. Cut it out. Hey, look out. You're tickling. No fair. Hey.
This has been out bringing home a yacht.
No, stop. Hey.
You want to wrestle, huh?
Hey, Ellie, wait.
What's the matter? Come on, now, don't pretend. I won fair and square.
Oh, wait a second.
Lou, what is it?
It's my shoulder.
What's the matter with it?
I don't know. It feels funny. I must have sprained it or something. It felt kind of stiff at the game, too. Maybe that's why I struck out.
Come on, darling. I'll get the liniment.
It was more than a sprain. Sprain will work out in a week or so. This thing went on. It wasn't only the shoulder either. Lou began to slow down. Couldn't seem to run out a sure hit. His fielding went haywire. He finished out the season, though, and he started with the team again the following year. But he was getting worse all the time. Then came the afternoon when he's to be taken out of the game.
Your attention, please. Gallagher now playing first base for New York, replacing Gehrig.
2,130 games. 14 years. Well, it's just routine, Lou. When a place like this, they give you x-rays, a cardiograph, the metabolism, the fluoroscope, the works. Then they're liable to tell you got dandruff. It's happened time and again. I had a friend of mine came here once.
Got any chewing gum, Sam?
Yeah, here. I had a talk with the doc the other day, Lou. He said he never ran up against a better physical specimen. Strong as an ox, he said you were. I talked it over with the x-ray guy, too. Boy, what a send-off he gave you. Heart okay, lungs okay, everything okay. Lou, I'll bet you 10 to 1. Here's the doc. Hiya, Doc.
Well, how did I do, Doctor?
Mr. Gehrig, I'm afraid you'll have to give up baseball for a while.
Go ahead, Doc. I'm a man who likes to know his batting average.
I've only made a superficial examination of the tests. We'll need some new x-rays.
Give it to me straight. Am I through with baseball?
I'm afraid so.
Any worse than that?
You heard what the doc said, Lou. He's got to go over the tests again.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it 3 strikes, Doc?
You want it straight?
Sure I do. Straight.
It's 3 strikes.
I see. Doc, I've learned one thing. All the arguing in the world can't change the decision of the umpire. How much time have I got?
Well, pardon me. Yes? Oh, have Mrs. Gehrig come in, please.
Look, Doc, I don't want Mrs. Gehrig to know, ever.
I understand. But the newspapers?
Oh, Sam here can take care of that, can't you, Sam?
Well, sure I will. Yeah, leave it to me. I'll cook up something.
Hello.
Hi, Ellie. Well, darling, the verdict's in. I'm not such a bad ball player. I've really got something, haven't I, Doc?
What is it, Lou?
Well, I'd be cured of it by the time I learned how to pronounce it.
Can you pronounce it, Doctor?
Well, we really haven't concluded all our tests. Come along, Mr. Gehrig. They're waiting in the x-ray room.
Just one more for the record, huh? Sure. Right back, Ellie.
Sam, what did the doctor tell Lou?
Say, Ellie, you'll never get all the pictures they've taken of him into that scrapbook of yours. You'd think he was a glamour boy.
What did the doctor tell him, Sam?
Nothing at all. Some little thing with a long name, with some kind of itis. I don't know. He'll have to lay off for a while. So what? He'll be back next season, or the season after.
Tell me the truth, Sam.
I am telling the truth, Ellie, honest. I swear it. I swear on a stack of Bibles. You heard what the doctor said.
When is Lou going to die?
Ellie, who told you?
Nobody had to tell me. I could read it in your eyes, all of you. Oh, it's all right, Sam. He'll never find out that I know. Only he's so young yet. So strong. Oh, Sam.
It was a sad thing to watch. Lou and Ellie hiding from each other the thing they both knew, what everyone in America knew. But it was never mentioned. Even when it got so bad that Lou couldn't lift his arms to fix his tie, Ellie had to do it for him.
There you are. You look beautiful.
Thanks, Ellie. I never could tie a bow tie.
You know what? This Lou Gehrig Day affair. Personally, I think it's a come-on, a ballyhoo to get more money out of the Yankees next
That's
season.
it. Hey, say, we're going to knock 'em dead when we come back, huh? Do you think we can get 50,000 out of those tightwads?
Not a cent under 100,000. Why, it stands to reason, Lou. You'll be twice as good after you've had a rest. But you know, we've never had a honeymoon. Why shouldn't we have one now?
Sure. Better late than never. Hey, what about Niagara Falls, huh?
Sure, and then we can go up to northern Canada and go fishing.
You know what I've been thinking? Maybe we could take a trip around the world.
Yes, all the things we've never had time for. We've all the time in the world now, haven't we?
Yeah. We have all the time in the world now. Oh, well, here, I've got something for you.
What?
Open it up and see. It's a bracelet. I had it made up from some of the hardware I've collected. Like it, Ellie?
Lou, I adore it. Darling, I remember when you got every one of these medals.
That's the one I get the most kick out of, the batting championship I won the year we were married. Here, Ellie. Are you crying?
I've got a right to cry a little. It's so beautiful.
Well, I wanted you to have it, Ellie, because you've given me so much. You've been so...
Darling, are you making love to me?
You bet I am.
Lou Gehrig Day, they called it. And 60,000 people jammed the Yankee Stadium to pay him tribute. On the way to the field, Ellie walked alongside of Lou. She had to stay close to him now, holding his arm, trying not to let him know that she was helping him to walk. And then a kid came up to Lou, a young fellow about 18.
Oh, Mr. Gehrig.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Gehrig, don't you remember me? You knocked out 2 home runs for me one afternoon.
Oh, sure. I remember you. How are you, son?
Just great. I've been waiting here all afternoon because I had to tell you something. I just got in town today and I had to tell you. I did what you said. I tried hard and I made it. Look, I can walk.
Well, gee, that's great work, kid. That's wonderful. Hey, have you got a ticket for the game?
Yes, sir, you bet.
Well, so long.
So long, Mr. Gehrig.
60,000 people come there to show Lou Gehrig what they felt in their hearts. To say farewell to the pride of the Yankees. Mary LaGuardia was there. Babe Ruth. Postmaster General Jim Farley. There were speeches about Lou, and Ellie was listening away off there in the shadow of the players' entrance where she could cry without anyone seeing her. She was waiting there to take him home, to sit with him, help him around that turn in the road that was coming so soon. Then Lou came up to the microphone. He was all choked up. And the crowd rose to its feet and they told him they loved him.
I've been walking on ball fields for 16 years, and I've never received anything but kindness and encouragement from you fans. I've had the great honor to have played with these great veteran ball players on my left, Murderers Row, our championship team of 1927. I've had the further honor of living with and playing with these men on my right, the Bronx Bombers, the Yankees of today. I have been given fame and undeserved praised by the boys up there behind the wire in the press box, my friends, the sports writers. I've worked under the two greatest managers of all time, Miller Huggins and Joe McCarthy. I have a mother and father who fought to give me help and a solid background in my youth. I have a wife, a companion for life, who has shown me more courage than I ever knew. People all say that I've had a bad break, but today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Those who sat up behind home plate and over back of first base and out on the bleachers won't forget the day Lou Gehrig said goodbye. And here in the Lux Radio Theater, we'll always remember the sincerity of Gary Cooper, Virginia Bruce, and Edgar Buchanan.
Thank you, C.B. Glad to be back here.
You know, it's a funny thing about Americans. You can take a boy and put him in a jungle on New Guinea or somewhere, and he'll still want to know how the ball game came out.
Yeah, and if the fellow's from Brooklyn and he's carrying a gun, you better tell him quick.
How are you and Mr. DeMille getting along with the story of Dr. Wassel, Gary?
Okay.
Well, I think everything must be going well, Edgar. They tell me Gary turned up at the Paramount Portrait Photographers the other day to have his picture taken. And there's probably not a man in the United States who hates to have his picture taken as much as Gary.
Well, it must have been pretty important.
Well, after the photographer was revived from the shock and discovered how important it was, he went to work. Set up a lot of lights, found the right camera angle, and made a really artistic portrait.
What did you want it for, Gary?
Fishing license.
I guess you and C.B. must have a pretty exciting picture coming up.
Same old DeMille.
How's that?
Big bathtub scene.
Beautiful girl?
Yeah, no. Me.
Gary Cooper in a DeMille bathtub scene. Listen, there's just one thing I want to know. What kind of soap did you use?
Is there more than one kind?
That's all there is for me. I've used Lux soap for years, and I think it's grand. It really helps to keep one's complexion just right.
Now, if you give credit to Lux, Virginia, there's no doubt about it.
Well, what are you figuring on for next week, C.B.?
A screenplay that's a hit all over the country right now, Gary. It's the 20th Century Fox picture, Heaven Can Wait. And our stars will be Don Amici and Maureen O'Hara. This is a delightfully original story of a man who all his life had a certain amount of trouble with women. Heaven Can Wait has drama and it has comedy, the kind you expect from an Ernst Lubitsch picture. And that means you will have good entertainment next Monday night.
I know your audience will like that, Mr. DeMille. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. See you on the set, Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, your peacetime community chest has become a war chest. And a nationwide appeal for the National War Fund of $125 million begins today. The money will be used for organizations like the USO, working with the armed forces, to help American boys who are prisoners of war, and to relieve suffering among people in the path of war, and to help the unfortunate in your own community. We hope every one of you will give generously and a little more to the National War Fund. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday night when the Lux Radio Theater presents Don Amici and Maureen O'Hara in Heaven Can Wait. This is Cecil B. DeMille saying good night to you from Hollywood.
If you haven't heard George Burns and Gracie Allen this year, you've been missing great entertainment and some of the season's biggest laughs. They're on the Columbia Network every Tuesday evening with a great cast, Jimmy Cash, Felix Mills, and his orchestra. So hear George Burns and Gracie Allen tomorrow night at this same hour over your Columbia station. Gary Cooper is now appearing in the Paramount picture For Whom the Bell Tolls. Virginia Bruce is currently making the RKO picture International Zone. Edgar Buchanan is working in the 20th Century Fox production Buffalo Bill. Heard in tonight's play were Elsa Jansen as Mom, Griff Barnett as Pop, and Hugh Blease, Ken Christie, Robert Harris, Bobby Larson, Joe Pinario, Eugene Forsythe, Stanley Farrar, and Boyd Davis. Norman Field, Eddie Marr, Leo Cleary, and Charles Seal. Our music was directed by Louis Silvers, and this is your announcer, John M. Kennedy, reminding you to tune in next Monday night to hear Don Amici and Maureen O'Hara in Heaven Can Wait.
Mothers, in spite of food shortages, get the vitamins and minerals your family needs. Get BIMS. BIMS give you all the vitamins government experts say are essential, balanced in the formula doctors endorse. All the minerals commonly lacking, too. BIMS cost only a nickel a day in the family size at your druggist. Remember, it's VI for vitamins, double MS for minerals. Get that BIMS feeling. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. A pretty solid adaptation of a really great film. Listening to this, it does occur to me that there's a minimal amount of baseball in this. I trust that most people won't mind because of just how moving a story this is. In many ways, it's less of a baseball movie and more of a film about a man who played baseball. Of course, there were embellishments in the film and some licenses taken with history. For example, the story with the little boy where Lou Gehrig promised 2 homers in a World Series game and Babe Ruth hit 1 and he hit 2. That never actually happened. But the film did really capture the essence of Gehrig and why people really admired him and appreciated him so much. 2,130 consecutive baseball games in an era that didn't have near the comforts that modern baseball players enjoy is just remarkable, and it speaks to such a great work ethic. Of course, 25 years ago, I was glued to my television when Lou Gehrig's record fell, and Cal Ripken became the new Iron Man. And he was very much the same sort of player. He did his job. He was a team player. He was a quiet leader and didn't go around embarrassing himself or his family. Of course, with Gehrig was how his career was cut short by the disease that bears his name. And he faced it with courage, class, and gratitude. And the movie just does a great job capturing that. And I really like how the romance was handled between Gehrig and his wife. And one thing that was true about the movie, even though the timing was not quite how the movie portrayed, was the bracelet. We only get to hear about it. But it was actually in the movie, and Gehrig's wife actually loaned it to the production, and Teresa Wright, who played his wife Ward in the film. So I hope you enjoyed this Pride of the Yankees, one of the great classic films adapted to radio. We will be back with something a bit different. We will move from a story based on a real-life baseball player to something a bit more out of this world. You won't want to miss it. Today we're going to bring you an episode of X-1. In the mid to late 50s, the hottest genre in the declining radio medium was the adult western, with the emergence of programs like Gunsmoke and the radio version of Have Gun Will Travel, The Six Shooter, Fort Laramie, Luke Slaughter of Tombstone. Yet as big as the Western was in radio, there were a couple of entries in the science fiction category. And perhaps the most important of these was X-1. X-1 was, in many ways, a revival of a series that NBC ran in 1950 and 51, and used many of the same scripts. X-1 ran much longer, 126 episodes, and the sound quality of these is generally pretty good. You might wonder what an episode of X-1 has to do with baseball. Well, you'll find out in today's story. The original air date, April the 3rd, 1957, and the title is Martian Sam.
Countdown for blast off. X-5, 4, 3, 2, X-1, fire. From the far horizons of the unknown come tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future, adventures in which you'll live in a million, could be years, on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine, presents X-1. Tonight, an original story by Ernest Kenoy. The time, early in the 21st century. The story, Martian Sam.
The whole thing started the first day of spring training. I'd gotten into camp 2 or 3 days before and started to loosen up a little. Because at my age, even batting fungos to an outfielder can tie your muscles up into knots. Although, as a matter of fact, I'd bet that I was in better condition than half the Humpty Dumptys on the club. We hadn't won a pennant since, 1997, or was it 98? And it looked like we had a permanent lease on 12th place. The Los Angeles Dodgers were in pretty sad shape, and that's the honest truth. I was standing behind the batting cage watching a couple of kids from our Tokyo farm team when Tommy Watson from the New York Times Tribune News caught me by the elbow.
Hi, Joe. Well, how does it look this spring?
Well, Tommy, the club has been considerably improved. Mm-hmm. Several of the youngsters are ready to deliver this year, and, of course, we expect sterling performances from our veterans. Is that what you want?
Oh, come on now, Joe, come off it. Has old man Castle loosened up enough to buy a catcher?
Not that I know of.
Well, how about a left-handed pitcher?
Well, they're those 2 boys from Tokyo.
Oh, come on, they couldn't throw a cream puff across the dining room table. Well, how does it feel to be first base coach for a team that'll clinch last place by July 4th?
You're very kind, Tommy. Very kind.
I just hate to see that old tightwad Castle run this club into the ground. I remember my father used to tell me about the times way back, when they were still in Brooklyn. And I can remember going down to Robinson Stadium when I was a kid to watch doubleheaders with the Denver Giants. Now look at them. A bunch of overage bums and a few kids who could hardly make the high school team. And all Castle's money goes to buy sports rockets for that screwball son of his. Oh, Joe, baseball isn't what it used to be.
The sad truth of the matter was that Tommy was putting it mild. Old man Castle, the owner, begrudged every nickel that was spent on the ball club. I don't think anybody had gotten a raise in the last 5 years. The manager was old Rabbit Cinderella, and Castle used to issue statements every year about how he had great faith in him. The truth of the matter was that Rabbit would work for less than any other manager this side of the Sally League. You'll see what I mean when I tell you that the club traveled in an old four-jet Strato rocket like some barnstorming semi-pro team. I was in the locker room looking down at my feet to avoid looking around at what passed for ball players on this Los Angeles Dodgers when Rabbit come up to me.
Joe,
Yeah.
Get your pants on and come into the office.
Oh, what's the matter?
Never mind. Come on.
Okay. Listen, Rabbit. What are we going to do about a left-handed pitcher?
Later. Joe, I had an idea. I thought we could take one of the right-handers and sew the letter backwards across his shirt, and maybe that'd fool the other club.
Yeah.
Come on inside.
Or maybe we ought to disguise Iron Mike, the batting practice robot.
All right, that's enough. Joe, the old man's dead.
What?
I said he's dead, old man Castle. Heart attack. I figured we had him scared so he'd loosen up a little dough for players, and then he goes and does this to us. Can't trust nobody.
Well, who gets the club?
His son.
What, you mean Whistling Willie Castle, the Jetstream playboy?
That's who.
But he doesn't know anything about a ball
He
club.
doesn't have to. Old man Castle owns 72% of the stock. And it all goes to Willie.
Well, what's going to happen?
Beats me. Probably sell us all out and buy a new rocket.
Is he here?
It was in the Earth Moon small boat race when it happened. They got a message to him when he hit the direct beam off Lunaport. He could have landed and taken the shuttle back and made it in one day. But he was leading in the race, so he just kept going. He's due in a couple hours.
You think you can get him to go for a left-handed pitcher?
I don't know. We'll have to try.
Of course, you've heard of Willie Castle. About once a year, he cracks up some expensive sports rocket or gets himself picked up in a survival suit by the IP, floating somewhere in an orbit around the moon. He almost got put away a couple of years ago when he took a debutante up in a Harrison Kilgore cruiser and kept her in orbit for 2 months. The old man was able to kill the abduction charges by claiming that they'd been married at the time. And one time when the old man had a couple of us up at the lodge he lives in during spring training, I saw the kid's room. It was filled with marak heads that he'd shot on safaris on Mars. He came down to the training camp a week later. He buzzed over in a Harley Donaldson atmospheric and set the ship down in the hole between second and third, burning out half the infield. I saw a Rabbit get him to one side and start talking fast, so I sneaked over and listened.
Well, Mr. Castle, of course, you know we're all very sorry about your father's death. And
He had it coming, the old tightwad.
Oh, well, I see.
I couldn't convince him that a credit isn't any good to you, stuffed in a mattress. You got to spend, isn't that right?
Yeah, it is. As a matter of fact, that's what I wanted to see you about. Now, there's a boy in one of the Milwaukee farm clubs, a left-handed pitcher. I can get him for about $30,000 and a couple of players. And
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're absolutely right, Mr. Castle. You got to spend money. And if we could get a little help in pitching and maybe an outfielder or two...
You mean spend money for baseball players?
Well, yeah. That was what I had in mind.
Now, wait a minute. This baseball team was my father's hobby, like some old men collect stamps or play checkers. Now, in the terms of the will, I can't sell it. But I'm sure not going to throw any good money away on something foolish like baseball players.
Oh, I see.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to need all the cash I can lay my hands on.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've got a chance to buy a 3-pile nuclear racer that'll cut 2 weeks off the round trip to Mars.
Oh, I see. You wouldn't want to spend money on anything as foolish as ball play.
That's it. You've got the idea now. Oh, by the way, Mr. Cinadilla.
Yeah?
I find it's quite embarrassing to me to have my friends continually make fun of me because the Dodgers are in last place.
Well, as a matter of fact, that gets to be a touchy point with me, too.
Well, I'd like to see it change. So if you don't mind, would you please have them somewhere in a more respectable position, say third or second, within a month or two?
Now, look here, Mr. Castle. I can't make bricks without straw. You won't spend the credit for a ball player, and I can't...
You do your best.
Well, after that interview with the new owner, Rabbit went out and tied one on, and I had to run the ball club for 2 days till we got him straightened out. But I can't say as I blamed him. We won 1 game in the Grapefruit League. We played the Jacksonville high school team and squeaked out a 13-12 victory. What the Yankees and Braves did to us, I'd rather not say. We opened the season at home, and a mediocre pitcher for Pittsburgh threw a no-hitter at us. Actually, that's not quite accurate. The truth is he just pitched, and we didn't hit anything. We lost 10 straight from opening day, and we didn't lose on the 11th day because it rained. Rabbit and me piled into his 97 copter and flew out to the Castle Estate up near Arrowhead. I was in pretty bad shape. For one thing, Rabbit's copter has a wobble, and I was feeling green around the gills by the time we dropped down on the port. Willie Castle was very excited by the time we finally got to see him. He was puttering around a whole mess of stuff piled up in the middle of the floor.
Say, how do you like this? Isn't it exciting?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a Durgo stick.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And they use it in Mars in a game played between two villages. You see, all the men on one side line up, and then all the men on the other side try to knock them over with these sticks. Isn't it a beauty?
Yeah. Look, Mr. Castle, I got to speak to you. We got to have a left-handed pitcher.
Oh, you mean for the baseball team?
Yeah, that's right, the baseball team. That's what we got to have a left-handed pitcher for. Yeah.
Well, now, I can't really be bothered with details of that sort. I'm leaving for Mars in the morning. Oh, by the way, I haven't had a chance to look at the standings recently. How are we doing?
Mr. Castle, we may well set them out on record for consecutive games lost. Now, look here. You told me you can't sell the club, and you said you get tired of your friends kidding you about being last. Well, take it from me, Mr. Castle, and I know. Unless we get some ball players on that club, it's going to be last for the next 22 years.
Now, look here, Cinderella, I
know you can fire me, but I don't care who you hire as manager. Unless you get him a left-handed pitcher and a couple of other players, that club is going to stay last.
Oh. Oh, well, then I'll see what I can do. Don't worry about it.
What do you mean, don't worry about it? I got to go out there every day and try to make those bums go through the motions.
Now, look, I really have to pack. And besides, I'm expecting a new shipment of equipment from Aberfitch and Combi. Now, just don't worry about it. I'll think of something. Goodbye.
Next day, we lost a doubleheader to Cincinnati by a score faintly reminiscent of basketball. And that's the way it went. Oh, we won a couple here and there. Like they say, you can't lose them all. About the middle of the season, we were so far behind that the local papers just dropped us off the standings, didn't even bother to report it. It was about this time that Willie Castle returned from Mars. He came out to see us at the ballpark just before the massacre.
Well, I noticed, Mr. Cinderella, that we're still in last place.
Yeah, Mr. Castle, we are. We are lucky we are still in the league. With the ball players that you've given me.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that I made a small bet with one of the boys at the country club.
Yeah?
Yes. I bet 1,000,000 credits that we'd win the pennant this year.
That's nice.
You don't seem to understand. I expect to win that bet.
Yeah, sure. And I expect to put on a Monroe suit and win the Miss Universe title.
I told you to leave everything to me. Now, I'd like you to come into my office, if you please. I have a few things I'd like to talk over with you. For one thing, I've signed a ball player.
You what? Oh, look here, Mr. Castle. This I got to complain about. My contract is clear. No ball player gets signed without my okay.
Just come into my office, please. I'll explain everything.
That night, when Rabbit went up to the plate to hand in the starting lineups, I could tell something was happening. For one thing, old Baldy Snuff, the umpire, was looking at the card like it was written in Arabic.
All right, who's the pitcher?
It's written right there in the card.
Ceramo Castro Perbaco.
What's the matter? Can't you read?
Oh, come on now. You kidding? Is he Armenian?
Nope. Martian.
Martian?
That's right. Martian.
Of course, the riot didn't really start until our pitcher got out on the mound. Fred Kurtz, the Milwaukee manager, came running out like he'd been shot from a jet. Baldy Snuff was hollering. The whole Milwaukee bench was looking for a fight, but Rabbit just stood there quiet and calm.
He can't do that. He can't do that. Look at that thing. What is that?
That's my pitcher. We call him Sam.
But you can't play with that. That ain't a ball player. That isn't even a human being.
What are you trying to pull, Rabbit?
Listen, I got my rights. I sign them legal. Here's the contract.
But now look here, Rabbit. You can't get away with that. That thing's only about 2 feet high.
18 inches, as a matter of fact.
But how's he gonna pitch? He hasn't even got any arms.
Sure he has. He's got it curled up. Hey, Sam, wind up.
But that arm,
it's 32 feet long.
That ain't legal. You gonna let him get away with that?
Oh, there's one other thing. On the end of that arm, look, you see? That's his eye.
Rabbit, I'm going to punch you right in the nose.
Now, take it easy, Kurtz. Take it easy.
Look, I got the papers all here. I've got the United Nations Concordat with the Marshall Colonial Government, a Supreme Court decision in the case of Schultz versus Karawa, Kalpabal, Kalfitz, et al. It's legal. Any Martian citizen is entitled to the same legal rights and privileges as a citizen of Earth. And among those is the right to play ball in a National League.
I protest again. I forfeit the game. Rabbit, I'm going to punch you right in the nose.
As a matter of fact, the game that night was postponed because of riot. The next morning, everybody met in the commissioner's office, and sure enough, it was legal. Martian Sam, we come to call him, was a legally signed player for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
I told you not to worry. I found Sam in a village just north of Marsport. He's a klugel hunter.
A what?
A klugel hunter. Klugels are fast little animals that run about 80 miles an hour, and the hunters go out and throw rocks at them and kill them. Sam's a klugel hunter. He ought to be a pretty good pitcher.
How about the other clubs? What happens if they get klugel hunters?
Oh, they won't. You see, it's basically contrary to Martian psychology. They won't ever leave their own villages.
Then how come Sam left?
Well, it was an unfortunate accident, really. You see, when I first met him, I gave him a stick of chewing gum.
Yeah?
Well, he got hooked.
What do you mean, hooked?
Well, for Martians, the chicle seems to be habit-forming. Sam is a gum addict. Well, naturally, as soon as this was discovered, the traffic was prohibited. There's a death penalty for importing of chewing gum to Mars. But it was too late for Sam, so he came out with me.
You mean all we got to do is keep him supplied with chewing gum?
That's right. I told you I'd take care of it, didn't I? Now you've got your left-handed pitcher.
Sam pitched that night. He struck out 27 batters, and we won 3-0. Horace Kelly, the catcher, had a little trouble at first, but he soon figured out how to get around it. He'd just hold his mitt up and close his eyes, and when he heard a thunk, he'd reach in and pull the ball out and throw it back to Sam. You can imagine what it was like being a batter up there against Sam. Pitcher's mound is only 60 feet away from the plate as it is, and with Sam's 32-foot arm, well, we didn't lose the game the rest of the season. Of course, we started out so far behind that by the last game of the season, we were tied with the Milwaukees, and we were playing them at Milwaukee. The winner of this game won the pennant. Of course, it was a lead pipe cinch for us. Martian Sam had pitched every day since he joined the club. He looked real cute out on a mound, standing 18 inches high in his little Dodgers uniform and in that long 32-foot arm. We had taken a finished batting practice at Milwaukee County Stadium, and I was standing next to Willie Castle's box talking to him.
Well, it looks like I won't have to be embarrassed about owning the Los Angeles Dodgers anymore, eh?
That's right. With Sam pitching, that means we win the pennant and the series.
Well, I think that's very nice. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of taking the whole team on a barnstorming tour through Mars after the series is over.
Hey, Joe! Joe! Oh, Mr. Castle.
Oh, what's the matter?
It's Sam. Sam.
Oh, what's the matter? Is anything wrong with him? Did he get his chewing gum?
Yeah, he got his chewing gum, but he's just lying on the floor in the locker room moaning.
He is? We better get a doctor.
Yeah, and all those scales keep falling off him.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
I know what it is.
What?
It's the molting season. All the scales will fall off. It'll take him a week to grow new scales.
But he can pitch, can't he?
No, he can't. Any violent movement would bring on great pain.
Well, there goes the ball game. Martian Sam can't pitch. We're dead.
Rabbit put it mild. We were good and dead. We pitched Harry Kosnowski, our best human pitcher, but our best human pitcher was none too good. He rose to the occasion, however, and the score was tied going into the last half of the ninth.
That's the way, Harry, old boy. That's the way. Pour it in. Come on, Harry. You can do it, baby.
Unfortunately, he couldn't. He hit a streak of wildness and walked 3 straight men. Things were very quiet in the Dodgers' dugout. One more walk would force in a run, the ball game would be over. Then as we all sat there staring out at the mound where Harry was sweating, we heard a little shuffling noise.
Oh, what's that? Sam! Sam, what are you doing out here?
And then with the little squeaks that he used for talking, Sam told us what he wanted to do. He wanted to pitch.
But, Sam, you can't. You're molting. Your scales. All right, Sam, all right. If that's the way you want it, you get out there. You pitch that one batter. It's 2 out. You strike him out, it'll go to extra innings, and we'll win the ball game.
And so Martian Sam trudged out to the pitcher's mound, his tiny legs lagging with great pain. You could just tell the little guy was hurting bad.
Now pitching for Los Angeles, Martian Sam.
We knew that Sam could do it now. He only had to face one batter and we'd get our chance again. Horst threw the ball out to him, and Sam stood there, his eye on the end of his 32-foot arm, blinking with pain.
All right, batter up. Let's get a batter in there.
The umpire called for the batter, and nobody came out of the Milwaukee dugout.
Hey, come on, let's go. Hey, Kurtz, get a man up in there.
What's the matter, Baldy?
Let's get a batter in there. You're delaying the game.
What do you mean I'm delaying the game?
You get a batter up there.
But I got a batter up there.
What do you mean? There's nobody in the batter's box.
Baldy, I got a contract here for you to read.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Read it.
Well, of course, everybody knows what happened. The Milwaukee Braves had signed an intelligent virus from the moons of Jupiter. He was up there in the batter's box, but of course you couldn't see him without an electron microscope. He walked on 4 straight pitches, forcing in a run, and the Milwaukees won the pennant. But like I say, that's baseball. You can't win them all.
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine, which this month features Time in the Round by Fritz Leiber, the story of a dictator who suffered more than any dictator in history. He was so puny, and his victims were so impregnable. Galaxy Magazine on your newsstand today. Tonight, X-1 has brought you Martian Sam, an original story written for radio by Ernest Kenoy. Featured in the cast were Mandel Kramer as Joe, Santos Ortega as Rabbit, Ivor Francis as Willie, Jack Orrison as Baldy, Bob Hastings as Tommy, and Bill Zuckert as Kurtz. Your announcer, Fred Collins. X-1 was directed by Daniel Sutter and is an NBC Radio Network production.
Welcome back. Well, some interesting observations, or predictions, I guess, on what 21st century baseball might look like. And as it was the 1950s, of course, there were a lot of rockets. And the owner's trip to Mars is treated kind of like what a trip to Europe would have been at the time. Other predictions in regards to baseball were limited by the fact you can only see so much. And so, of course, they couldn't predict the rise of things like free agency or expansion. Though predicting in general dysfunction in Dodger management situation, I guess that has to count for something, and you did get some accuracy on that. Even though it turned out to not ever happen, I did like their prediction of Robinson Stadium, i.e. a reference to Jackie Robinson, who had retired from baseball after the 1956 season. That would have been a fitting tribute, but he's had so many others. However, what really does make this so interesting is just to hear baseball explored in this science fiction context. Because most sci-fi I've seen, when it's looking at the future, doesn't really have much of modern sports, including baseball. The big exception to that for me is, of course, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, where baseball was an ongoing theme. In the first season, we learned that then Commander Sisko was a huge baseball fan, even though professional baseball had not been played in some time. He had actually, set up holosuite programs to witness the last World Series, and he meets, like the last great baseball star, and has this autographed baseball that he keeps in his office. And it's actually kind of a focal piece whenever you have a scene in Sisko's office. And when he had to flee Deep Space Nine, he left the baseball behind, a clear communication to his enemies that he would return. I also remember an episode where several characters, including some aliens in Deep Space Nine, actually played baseball, though I don't remember the details of it. Of course, Deep Space Nine, like most major science fiction franchises, features aliens who are humanoids, so there's not going to be a lot of difficulty in playing baseball. Although some species, like the Vulcans or the Klingons, tend to have general physical advantages, which may or may not play out in baseball. When you come into 1950s science fiction, particularly over the radio, you've got a bit more freedom to imagine. And here they imagine that we have an encounter with aliens who are very different from us physiologically. And then imagine how that physiological difference would come into play if one of them would play baseball. And it's an interesting question. Because, yeah, all of our games and sports are really designed with humanoids in mind. And it definitely creates a challenge when a non-humanoid tries to compete. You know, if you had enough Martians wanting to play baseball, would it be better to have a Martian baseball league? Because the physical disparity does kind of make the game a bit ridiculous. There are a couple of things that may have inspired writer Ernest Kenoy with this story. One is an incident in the 1951 baseball season. Bill Veeck was owner of the St. Louis Browns, and he was huge into promotions and publicity stunts. He signed a player who was 3.5 feet tall, Eddie Goodell, very quietly, and then in the middle of the game, Goodell was brought in as a pinch hitter, walked on 4 pitches since the pitcher couldn't find his strike zone, and lifted for a pinch runner. Another possible inspiration is Walter R. Brooks, author of the Freddie the Pig series, published a book in 1955 called Freddie and the Baseball Team from Mars. Now, the plot is nothing at all similar to the story, but that's the type of odd title that if a writer sees it on a shelf, it'll stick in their head and perhaps be a seed for the idea of Martians playing baseball. You do wonder how seriously to take the story, because there is a case to be made that there are some dark undertones. For example, the Martians banning chewing gum. Now, typically, societies don't ban things, even if they are addictive, unless they are also harmful. So you can't help but wonder whether the Dodgers were keeping Sam on the roster by feeding his drug addiction. However, the story does have a light tone, and, you know, even when you come down to how the Dodgers are defeated, as such an absurd twist with the signing of an intelligent virus, it can be a challenge to take anything in the story all too seriously. Although perhaps that twist can best be explained as kind of a validation of how baseball is supposed to work. You're not supposed to have a player who is able to emerge victorious 100% of the time. Even baseball's greatest players don't come through. Sometimes Babe Ruth strikes out to end the game. Sometimes Mariano Rivera comes on in the 9th inning with a lead in Game 7 of the World Series and blows the save. Sometimes the most unlikely players come through and deliver in the clutch, like Bucky Dent in the 1978 AL East playoff game with that big home run. So the idea that there's a pitcher who just gets everybody out is antithetical to the spirit of the game. So that has to be countered somehow, even if it's with an intelligent virus. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We will be back next Wednesday with a slightly less fantastic baseball story about a real player whose accomplishments might be too much for writers of fiction to make up. In the meantime, though, send your comments to box13@greatdetectives.net. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.